Hey, hey. Well, Jesse Love, I'm not sure if we're gonna have a hangout tonight. It said 6 p.m. Eastern. I was around then. Came back now. It's just me and you since then. So far.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, we're supposed to have a Thursday Thors-Day Night event night, like we have the last several weeks, and get together, hang out, chill, raise the frequency, raise the vibration. You know, a place
Can
where,
you can you can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, right, sweet. I'm actually new to Discord, and I didn't even know. Did I log in for something for some movie night? I must have by mistake somehow.
Well, movie night's tomorrow night on Friday, but
Right.
I hear your accent, so I'm not sure where you're from. Um,
I'm from New Zealand. It's actually Friday here now, but
that's what I was thinking.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be tomorrow night for you, Saturday night, movie night,
Right. Okay.
and we're doing a hangout tonight.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just signed up to to Waters Above like 2 days ago or something. So I'm kind of just navigating this whole Discord site.
Yeah, it's tricky at first, but you'll get used to it.
Yeah, yeah. So
I've been,
I must have put my mic on, eh?
yeah,
So,
it's voice activity until you mute your mic in this hangout.
right. Okay.
Yeah. But like I
Cool.
said, I thought it was supposed to start at 6, but it's just been me and you for the last hour that's shown up twice now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I never saw a message or anything of it canceling, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, we usually talk all kinds of things: numerology, gematria, world events, the markets, just any and everything on someone's mind on a
Yeah.
Thursday. You know, this is my favorite day of the week, the day of Jupiter.
Right. Okay. Cool. And you just all speak like this, or is it sort of chat, like in the like writing it?
It's both. You know, some people chat because maybe they're at work or they don't have the ability to, speak. Don't have a mic or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's mostly a lot of people just talking back and forth. I've recorded and shared a couple of them on my channel of us just hanging out the last couple of Thursdays, and some of them have lasted 2, 3, 4 hours, just
Yeah. Cool.
going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I was definitely thinking more people would jump in here. Maybe.
Yeah. So what is this in like events hangout, right? Is that where I am right now?
Yeah, you're in an events
Yeah.
hangout. Yeah.
Okay.
You were
I
just
see.
thinking again because it was Friday in your area of the world that we were getting ready to watch a movie, and I think it's going to be Numbers this week, starring Jim Carrey.
I actually just opened up my computer and the Discord was open already. I didn't even realize there was a movie night either. So I just kind of randomly popped in here.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, Thursdays are movie nights. Wednesday, which was last night, or 2 days ago for you, I did an event, and I talked about yesterday 322 in America, or 2 days ago. It would have been March 22nd for you, I'm sure, in New Zealand.
Yeah.
But that's the Skull and Bones number, or the 13th Lucas number, and I did a full breakdown on that I've recorded and posted a link to it in the general chat section of this Discord. You should be able to find it, and I did another that was here in this community in the events hangout section we're in right now. I did that, like I said, last night. And then I also followed that up with another crypto-related community on YouTube called Bird Dog the Crypto Ronin, on the Ronin experience, and a lot of other beautiful souls. We talked about a few things, and and then I did my own 46-minute video at the end of the night, basically going over everything by myself, what we all talked about last night in both events. So I've
Okay,
basically
cool.
been up since 1:30 yesterday morning going hard. So
So that's all in the general chat
yeah,
links. And
one of them is the second one's uploading because they take so long, because the first one was 2 hour and 23 minutes long, again 223 in the 322 year. Yesterday being
Yeah.
in the 223 year, yesterday being 322. So I'm using the numbers as an alchemist to, you know, transmutate my life. And so the second one was 2 hours and 13 minutes. So it's still uploading right now on Rumble. Already uploaded on Facebook, and eventually one day will be uploaded on YouTube. Something I just started was a YouTube because a lot of people here in this community inspired me to start one. Um, so I did.
Cool.
But I'm just uploading all my work to it. So it's over 300 videos, and it's just taking time.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, nice.
How long you been in crypto?
Uh, Not long, man. Just this year. I think I sort of started looking into it last year, but I didn't buy anything, you know. I was
Right.
just sort of just observing, I guess, and kind of getting my head around it all. And then, yeah, just this year I've purchased some, but I'm not really, um, I'm not a trader or anything, you know what I mean? I'm just sort of, yeah, I'm gonna actually sell some, I guess, in this little bull run, but mainly just sort of holding long term, I think.
Right. Can you see my
Yeah.
screen that I'm sharing?
Um, what one's that?
It's gonna be Abraham 81, but it says live. You should just be able to click on it, and it'll pull up. Are you still under the events tab where you see both mine and your name?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do you see
Oh, yeah.
a video type file? You should be able to click that, and it'll pop right up for you.
Like I've clicked your name. Is that what I'm meant to click into?
Not the one where I'm talking and lighting up green, but the live video. If you click on that other one that has my name, live video, you should be able to see it.
Yep.
Now you see my
And then
screen?
just push watch stream or
Yeah. There you go.
right.
All right. Did it pull up
Yep.
my screen? The charts.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
so you were saying you were watching the markets this past year, correct?
Yeah.
All throughout this, and you didn't invest. You were watching,
Yeah.
and you just recently got in.
Yeah.
What time frame did you recently get in? Just about you roundabout, because I mean you were watching basically a falling knife ABC pattern, and to not invest, was actually a good idea to wait for, the lows to come in the market. So I mean,
Yeah.
even being new to crypto, you're showing a great, a mindset that you should stick with moving forward, because there was a lot of hype and euphoria, especially around this pump that everybody thought we were going to continue up. Even I did it sometimes, because we were still holding structure of a giant bull flag, and higher lows over time. But then we had a manipulation and sell off in the markets that had this A B C pattern to the first low, that
Yeah.
then led to 11/9, November 9th, the mirror of 9/11, when the Twin Towers came down, and that's been our most recent low at 15,500. And if you bought that or 16 or 17K, I mean you're roughly up almost double your money right now. So
Yeah.
getting ready to break above this trend line, and this is the weekly chart for Bitcoin, and we haven't been above the 322 and the 200 exponential moving average and simple moving averages dating all the way back till right here in June. So multiple weeks and months closing below these, and it's like the first time we've ever done that this long in the history of Bitcoin. Following this trend line that we're getting ready to possibly break back above and start moving on up to the upside even more, eventually, before we get a top in structure, and probably not going to set a new all-time high anytime soon this year before we come back down to set a double bottom or possibly what's called a spring in Wyckoff reaccumulation. And we don't have to set a lower low, but either way, we could still come back down and set another low before continuing over time into 2024, 2025. So, you know,
Yeah.
this is just looking like a giant left shoulder, head, kind of right shoulder inverse pattern, which is kind of bullish, and why we're seeing this activity. Because this is, head and shoulders kind of like what this was right here, left shoulder, head, kind of right shoulder, put us down. So an inverse of that is going to be a bullish push to the upside. So a little
Yeah.
TA
Right.
and trading advice right here for you, because I know you said you're not much of a trader or anything, you're new to crypto, but I mean, if you've recently got in, I mean, you don't have long to wait before you can possibly start to de-risk, not sell at all, but start taking some profits from your initial investments and get ready to, dollar cost average when you do see another pullback and low in the market. So
Yeah. I actually just I purchased XRP just to sell, allocated just to sell maybe in this next little bull run sometime maybe in April or something, I'm guessing. It's sort of I
yeah,
watched his last couple of videos, his sell in May, walk away one, and
yeah, that's a great one. A lot of great advice, because yeah, that's a traditional saying: sell in May, walk away. Remember to return in September, and may September shine like gold in December. So
right.
that's the true whole saying. And I can show you when we go back to the Bitcoin chart real quick before we talk about XRP. Um, uh, and if we were to go to just the daily time frame or the weekly again. So here we are in May. Elon Musk, I'm not sure if you knew about crypto back then, but we were in our high around April. And in May, Elon Musk did a Saturday Night Live shortly after he came out and told people at $56,000 he's accepting Bitcoin for people to buy a Tesla. So basically at the top, right? And then May, he did a Saturday Night Live basically calling crypto a scam that sold it off in May. So sell in May and walk away. So accumulate in May.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell in April, sell in May, accumulate in June and July lows, and May September, which we get an automatic rally in August. September is the National Preparedness Month, so we get this kind of pullback. September is the preparedness month, so remember to return in September. And then we get a high in November, which is usually known as the month of Bitcoin, going back 13, 14 years now. So remember that. And then may September shine like gold come December when we're in a downtrend again. So this is just one major, very complex, great example of sell in May, accumulate, return in September, and then get ready to de-risk in November. May September shine like gold come December, that led into January, and where we are now at 15K from 69,000. So
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing when you analyze it with a third eye view or 30,000 foot overview. So pretty cool. But we'll get back to XRP. You were saying you just got into that. It's actually my number one holding. Something that's changed my life over the last 3 plus or minus going on 4 years now. So
Right.
yeah.
It's my number one holding as well. It's kind of what got me into crypto, like, because I was sort of, I don't know, someone recommended I check it out, and then I sort of jumped down that rabbit hole, and it excites me, eh?
Yeah, I was, drawn into the FUD and the narratives around, it changing the world and being all this and that, and the partnerships, and that just gave me the ability to see what it's truly going to be one day. All that nonsense about going to a price range overnight and all, I kind of lost hope in after, so many dates and predictions being wrong. And I was like, to a point to where, what am I
Yeah.
learning following all of these Twitter enthusiasts, crypto YouTubers that are not even teaching me a crafting skill. And I started trying
Yeah.
to paper trade and learn TA on my own. I already knew about math and numerology and gematria, and so I was using that as well. I knew that everything in life was a pi, you know, um, golden ratio of 5, Fibonacci sequence, or the Lucas number sequence, just a circle of life. So I always knew that everything ran kind of like on a mathematical pattern, like an algorithm. And
Yeah.
so I knew this did too, the stock markets, etc. So I was trying to figure that out, and it wasn't until Waters came along and introduced the mythologies that really just like opened the floodgates. And luckily I was on the arc already, awake and enlightened, and a werewolf, pioneer, divergent, and glitch, able to see through the distractions like C-19 and the war narratives and
Yeah.
whatever, and just allow myself to prosper over the last several years. But yeah, XRP is definitely something I've been definitely accumulating, especially around this 32 cent 2 range is how I had it set on my limit orders to buy, and we did that multiple
Right.
times over the last several months, and obviously hit another 36 cent range, just trying to accumulate dollar cost average in, de-risk the euphoria actions around the new moon, accumulate the full moons, de-risk around the new, etc. We even got the first moon and the third moons to pay attention to, the autumn equinox, which brought euphoria in the rally, de-risk of course, because we got up to 51 cent, 47, which is the 15th prime number, as above so below. And then we were just accumulating again because of the full moon, the FTX sell off around November, the eclipse time period. So, we've just also just been able to just use the skill and craft that we've been learning along the years that Waters helps teach us here, that we've developed in the background. We saw this falling descending wedge pattern, which has a 68% chance of a breakout using math. And well, what do you see? 47 cents again, holding structure of 42, 41 cent. And it's not surprising because we use a code here called numerology, and XRP equals 14, the mirror of 41, and we just, like I said earlier, exited out of yesterday, which is tied to skull and bones 322, giving us that same 41. So not surprising to see XRP setting at 41 cents, because skull and bones equals 41 and 76, and XRP is ran by a company named Ripple, giving us that same 76. And
Right.
Ripple also equals 27. XRP also equals 27. So yeah, boom.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
fascinating, eh?
all right.
So how long have you been involved in crypto?
I first got in 2012, 2013, back when Bitcoin was, less than $100, and I sold it before 2013 on April Fool's Day when it hit $111 for the first time. I'd already sold 4,400 before then, and so basically I saw 450,000 plus or minus dollars evaporate because I didn't understand what was going on, what I held, um, you know. But
Good
I,
lesson.
I, I did the same thing as you. 2018, 2019, I was studying the markets and realizing the economy was, not in a good position. Like it was overinflated in the stock market. Certain things like that. Housing market I felt like was overvalued. I run restaurants for a living. The hospitality industry. I was noticing it was harder to keep doors open, and it was just like, there's a catalyst on the way. And then I saw the feds in September of 2019, a few months before we even saw the bear flu C-19 shutdown. Well, the Fed had to start pumping repo liquidity injections in the market just to keep the markets afloat and the economy from collapsing. And I was like, yeah, it's time. So I got ready to start deploying cash at that point, and I waited till we got the catalyst, the distraction on the world stage, which was C-19, and the bear flu is what I call it. So while everybody was, being told by the elite to wear a mask because they wanted a world without no smiles, um, you
Mm.
know, uh, no meaning, and to stay 6 feet apart because they wanted a world without no feeling. I was out here screaming that this is all just about money. Why do you think the first thing they said was, "We need your coins. There's a coin shortage." You know what I'm saying? It's been about a monetary change, and they're slowly removing cash, and moving towards a more debit, crypto, USDC, central bank digital currency, federal dollar type monetary system that can be tracked, traced, and tagged to the every fraction of a penny. Um,
Yeah.
so it's more of a Hegelianistic socialist, regime change in the monetary system, to a more track, trace, and tag. Like I said, a more
Yeah.
controllable, centralized system. Not this freedom that everybody believes blockchain is going to give us. Like there is money to be made along the way, but that's if you're building a skill, developing a mindset, and executing.
Do you feel that it's all part of the plan though, and like, a lot of good could also come out of this at the same time? Like I understand what they're doing, but maybe it's a case of us piggybacking on their plan or whatever, and then it actually falling apart and, being positive at the same time.
Yeah, I think there's good in it if all of us start coming together like we are, like we were supposed to tonight, but like we are on a weekly, daily basis as, humans who are just actually trying to be humane, because that's what being human
Yeah.
is being humane. And, coming together as pioneers, diverges, and glitches, aware wolves in this world that are going to break any box that the elite or whoever try to put us in, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I
Totally.
think good's gonna come out of it when we take our money and our investings along the way, and we start buying properties and building communities of small like-minded individuals that work together, with crafts and skills that they can teach each other, and go back to the modern way of living. I know it's not the best, but not all the free electricity, and well, not free, but the electricity and the lavish lifestyles. Look at what we've done to this inheritance of Earth that we've been given.
Mm.
We were never meant to be using a lot of this quote unquote fallen angel technology. Half of us eat today for pleasure instead of necessity. um, so I just think it's
Yeah.
going to take a lot of spiritual growth, before we even see a change, or else the good that is going to come out of this is not going to be for us, my friend. It's going to be for
Mhm.
those above us, who are really below us, but you know
Yeah.
so many people place them above us. They need us. They need our strength, our energy, our jobs, our money coming in. They have nothing without
But that's
us.
it.
You know.
It's an energy game, right? It's an energy game. As soon as we switch our energy to, as you're saying, as coming together as a family, you know, humanity coming together and working together, and not sort of looking outside of ourselves the whole time and looking for someone direction of some sort, I think. And yeah, spiritual growth generally comes with suffering, right? So there's probably a lot more suffering to come before people really start to wake up.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, most definitely. Probably a lot more suffering.
yeah.
Not everybody wakes up at the same time, though. Like you said, some people wake up at 5 a.m., 9 a.m. I wake up at 1:30 a.m. every day, even if I don't have to work. Still put in 18, 20, 22 hours a day, nonstop. You know, but we just gotta, like you said, be able to sculpt our reality, raise our frequency, raise our vibrations, become our higher self, and just change the world together. because I believe it's going to be our voices. It's not going to be guns and war and bombs and whatever. It's going to be our mindsets and our voices that collectively change the world.
I think it's living from our heart, it's dropping out of our mind, and having compassion and love and giving that away without having an expectation of it being returned to us, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like it takes a lot of vulnerability to be that way. And we're so conditioned to compete with one another, you know? Like, it's just the way society's been built is just completely backwards. You know, it's all just divide and conquer, from our schooling to religion to countries to everything is just division. You know, everywhere you look.
Right. Right. That's what they
It's
want.
gonna take,
They want us divided
yeah,
instead of coming together, because we live in a universe. One song, one sound,
mm,
one voice, one verse. You know, we are all
yeah,
one, just different reflections of each other. And
absolutely.
yeah, so they definitely want us to not realize that, you know.
Mm. And it's funny, like, uh, me coming on to this Discord and just like this whole coding thing is kind of super interesting for me. And I'm not necessarily coming on here to learn the skill, um, but for me, it's like a lot of my work is just full surrender. Like I sort of had an experience a few years ago, and then I've sort of been learning all about that and navigating it, an awakening, I guess. And it's funny, like the way I've been guided just from living from my heart and not sort of, it's quite similar to the coding in a way, you know what I mean, to all this stuff you're doing. Like, if that makes sense, it's sort of like I understand, like I resonate with what's going on in this community here, but I don't necessarily learn it like mentally, you know,
It's
but I can feel that it's truth.
Oh, it's definitely truth, I believe. And you know, I
Yeah.
don't want to say that like it's certain, but you know, I think my work, Water's work, other people's work proves that math is everything. You know, we use it in our
Yeah.
everyday lives to forecast weather, to tell what time it is, to count money. It's more than
Mm.
just equations, fractions, formulas, and you know, whatever patterns. We can use it to solve patterns and problems and crimes, and together with our minds, I think we can use numbers to, you know, solve some of the biggest hidden truths in this world. And because
Yeah.
everything is math, you know, like I said, pi, the 3.14, the circumference of a circle by its diameter, or the golden ratio of pi, the Fibonacci sequence, the 13 Lucas numbers. You know, we are all made up
Mm.
of elements. Every element, it has a periodic table value and a placement, number placement. They have atomic masses. Um, you know, so I just think it's clearly the only, one and only universal language that any culture can speak, if they don't even know how to speak their verbal language.
Mm. Mm. Do you feel we're in a simulated reality, like within a finite reality, like within an infinite reality type thing?
Yes, I do believe we live in
Yeah.
an infinite reality, that is a simulacrum. If you watch the um, movie Hunger Games,
Yeah.
then you can totally, you know, see this simulacrum that we live in, and that they show on the world stage, or the top of the dome, during the Hunger Games. Like I believe that's what we live in, is a terrarium, a fishbowl. I think it's Pink Floyd who sung the song back in the day. We're just two fish swimming in a fishbowl, year after year. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's. I think there's so much truth hidden out there.
But do you think that our reality is finite, but it's a finite reality within an infinite reality, if that makes sense.
Can you
Because that's what
can you define that
I've also
just so I know that I'm on the same page, like just a little bit?
well, just what you were saying just then, like we're in some sort of dome of some sort, like is that I feel like this reality we're living in here on planet Earth with our solar system and everything is a simulated finite reality within an infinite reality outside of this. But our
Outside.
energy, but our energy is infinite. But I don't know if that makes sense
No,
or not.
everything's making sense to me except for I do believe we are, celestial light beings, infinite energy that cannot be created nor destroyed, just transmutated. Okay, that's why I believe
Absolutely,
death is the
Yeah,
absolutely. I totally,
transmutation
I
state.
do agree with him though that we are in an infant and a finite reality
Hey,
within a larger infinite reality. How
hey,
is everybody doing today?
blessed D, glad to
yeah,
have you.
yeah, yeah.
Was worried we weren't having it tonight.
I know, I'm sorry. You know what happened? So today I defended my dissertation. Um and it was like my final exams of final exams, right? In order for me to graduate, period, I had to pass this. Um, and I was done like weeks ago with the project, but literally like 24 hours ago, like my um one of my professors asked me to make major revisions, and I spent the last 48 hours like with no sleep, just chugging away. And so I literally like I don't sleep during the day, but I was so exhausted just emotionally that I took like an hour 1 hour nap, and it turned into like a 5 hour nap.
Yeah.
I woke up and I'm like, oh my god, no,
Yeah, I
I fucked up.
I've been up since 1:30 a.m. yesterday because, I had to go to work and work 12 hours and then come home and prepare for the event night that I held. Thank you so much for that. I felt like it went horrible. I was so nervous and shy. I made like a
No way. People are like
few
raving
misspell.
about it. They're
I
asking me
know,
when are
I
you
know.
coming back?
I know. I
I'm
seen
like,
the
bro, he
comments.
just
And
mm-hmm.
I rewatched it and I'm like, oh, I didn't do so bad. Like, I only messed up like one or
Don't
two
forget to
times.
send it to me or send me the
it
link so I can post it on the.
it's already posted in the general chat. I posted it
No, I
earlier.
need to put in the presenters, but
Oh,
I'll take it from there and put in the presenters script.
okay. You can do that from there. I don't have to send you the link.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
I can do it. Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm gonna post the
Sorry
crypto.
about the kids in the background. I have my nieces and nephews are visiting.
Oh, they're fine. We're glad to have them here. You know that. You know they're welcome. Uh huh. I did the crypto bird dog Ronin experience again. Didn't do a lot of
Oh,
talking.
cool.
Somebody else did more of the presenting. I kind of was really lost and
Mm-hmm.
didn't understand a lot of it. But I chimed in
Mm-hmm.
here and there, and then I did a 46-minute chaos equals 46, and the elite's favorite motto is order out of chaos. So I did a 46-minute
Mm-hmm.
jam-packed video to round out the night. And so
Mm,
I'm gonna post that as well. So it's really like a
mm,
three-part special of what I did yesterday. This here,
mm.
Wednesday night, event night, the crypto bird dog Ronin, and then just me coming back, clearing up my errors that I made throughout the night, and just going hard for 46 minutes, chaos 46. So just using the
That's
numbers against
crazy.
them. Yeah, we see
But
Lee Vision in the
I'm glad. I'm
house.
gonna mute myself now so you guys can continue with the conversation. I just wanted to say hi.
Hey, yeah, okay. Certainly glad to have you, and I'm glad everything worked out. Hope you and I both get some sleep later.
I know it. I know it.
Lee Vision, how are you? I'm glad you liked the decode last night. I saw you popping in fire and love symbols up everywhere. Appreciate that. Alright. Oh yeah, Jesse Love. We were talking about the firmament. I believe everything you said, except for I don't understand the part about outside of this. I don't really know what could be outside of this, other than the waters above. I believe we are, infinite energy, celestial light beings, and that this is a infinite plane. I believe that time, I'll just share with you this really quick with the numbers, time giving us that 47 and 14. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put that down there. That ties us into God giving us that same 14. Okay, and God gave us 17 and 10, and we are all man. 17 and 10. Genesis 1:26-27 says we were created in the image of God. Again, not trying to get religious, but this 47 ties us into time because it is nothing more than a construct created by man. So, with that construct created by man, it just lets us know, or they try to hide the fact that it is a constant. Okay, it is giving us that 47. It is just nothing more than infinity giving us that same 47. So I just think that that's what this is. I just think we live in this infinite realm, dome. Under the Dome is a great TV series I suggest you watch. And there are other ones out there, but I just think we infinitely live under this dome until we finally master the ascension process. Because
Yeah,
my
I understand where you're coming from. I don't know obviously, but that's kind of something that I've heard before, that this reality that we're living in is a finite reality within an infinite reality, which in saying that is also, it's infinite in a way. Like I feel like our energy and the energy that, or the divine essence or whatever that's creating this reality is infinite.
Yeah, and I think it's
But the reality we see, like with our eyes, it's all just an illusion, right? It can crumble.
and I think it's just simply math. At the end of the day, again, the one and only organic or language that we can speak amongst each other, giving us math, giving us 14, tying us into time, God 14, and where do we live? And
Yeah.
you see this math, we live on earth, giving us that same 17, tying us into man and God, and we live our
Yeah.
life here, giving us that same 17, so I just think everything in life is math, you know,
Yeah.
the Fibonacci sequence, or the golden ratio. I got them pulled up right here. The Fibonacci, the golden ratio, pi, and the 13th Lucas numbers. There's more than 13 Lucas numbers, but the 13th being 322, and we're in the 223 year. That's why, the 13 is the tarot card for the transmutation state to the next stage. The Egyptians, they believed it to be the transmutation state, death, because they didn't think that your troubles here on life ended at death. They thought you had another fight to live. So, just very important connections. Bitcoin almost hit 29K today, or maybe it did, but roughly at it. Not surprising. It's another Lucas number. So,
Yeah. Have you seen any of Dolores Cannon's work?
Dolores Cannon. I'm unfamiliar, unless I've seen it and I just didn't know who the lady was.
No, it's not numbers or anything. She talks about she was a hypnotist, but then she started going, after a while she was tapping into their soul or whatever, or their true self, or whatever you want to call it. And she did thousands of people, and they're all saying similar things, like the soul. I'm not the best guy to relay the information, but I found it really interesting. She talks about star seeds and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I learned a lot from her, just about my sort of soul origin and things like that.
Yeah,
But
I would like to learn more about her work because I'm definitely unfamiliar, but I do love the soul. I do believe the soul is the battery, that we have. I believe it is our sun, tying us into the big sun, I believe our soul, our spirit powers the the sun, the portal in the sky. Because I believe that's what it is. It's just a portal, a gateway, a stargate to the next realm.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong, but you know, to me, that's just
Yeah, there's
what I
so
think
much
it is.
information, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we live in a world that's overran with data and information
Yeah.
and disinformation and
I
cognitive
think that's what
dissonance and yeah,
the more I sort of learn, or the more information I take in, the more I realize it's the direction is going within, you know. It's really just being a sovereign being and taking full responsibility of your life and listening to within. Because the more there's just so much information and it never ends.
yeah,
And it's just it's it's entertaining. It's definitely entertaining, but at the same time it's taking you away from yourself in
mm-hmm,
a way.
yeah. I definitely think the truth is within, like you're saying. Like if you read the Bible and you just for instance, again, not trying to get religious, but if you take in the beginning and realize the first word is in, I-N, we'll take the first letter and then go all the way to the end of the Bible and read the last letter. It is an N. So you just take the first and the last letter in the Bible and it is in. Just literally telling you
Yeah.
to go within. And the whole thing is written in parable and allegory, and it tells us this in Galatians and other parts. That's telling you the answers are within. So it's kind of like the cartoon series Avatar, you know, where you go within and reach the Akashic records and, you know, your family bloodline, the tree of life, etc.
Yeah.
You know, I got a lot of spiritual knowledge out of just watching that cartoon growing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got Agent
I just and
47
it
in the house. I stubbed my crypto in the house. uh, what were you gonna say, Jesse Love?
um I can't remember now. I feel like a lot of they make it seem so complicated, you know what I mean? Like some of the information you can take in when I feel like simplicity is just key. You know, it's just to keep things as simple as possible.
Hmm. Yeah, I think less is more. I tell people that all the
Yeah.
time. You know, don't overcomplicate things. You know, don't over dilute your data. Um, I mean, it is okay to do that, you know, whether it's, you know, living life or decoding or, you know, whatever you're doing. It's okay to over dilute something if you're passionate about it. If, you know, you've got a skill set in it, or if it's something that you
You're
have
aware. You're
yeah,
Yeah, and
you're
you're
aware
aware
of,
that you're doing it.
and you got a base foundation in it. You know, you can date it back to a real origin point and, you know, show facts, figures, numbers, logic, common sense, and truth and rationality in what you're finding. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost indisputable if you can do those things.
Yeah. Yeah. I think just awareness and intention, is super important. Just what's your intention for doing what you're doing, and then just being aware of how you're feeling when you're doing it, and not getting too attached to it emotionally or mentally, or you know.
Yeah, I can speak on that deeply. You know, I'm someone that comes from a past that I'm not proud of, but it is the path that made me the man I am today. Because I at one point in life I came to a fork in the road and I decided to, you know, choose one path. And I decided to choose a path that would lead ultimately a multitude of people to hell. And you know, I was ignorant in bliss in that time, and I didn't understand how it made me feel. I didn't care how, you know, I made others feel exactly like you were talking about. But now that I'm on my own path, and I decided not to take a fork in the road and make my own and leave a trail, I'm aware, I'm conscious, and I got the feeling of what I'm doing, and you know, it's so much different. So I definitely can resonate with what you just said on a personal level.
Yeah, cool. Do you feel? What are your thoughts on free will?
I believe it's personally one of the biggest lies ever told. I believe a lot of our script is organic source code. 80 20% Pareto's law. I think it's a lot of predestination, with a small ability for us to become the architect and the alchemist and the director of our own lives. But I believe only a small uncommon 1% will achieve this.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, yeah, I resonate with that. I don't believe we have much free will, if any, in this 3D matrix. Eh?
Well, I mean, even in the Bible, it tells you do, but at the same time, it contradicts itself and tells you that the will you have the will to do of what the Father says. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So what is it? You have free will, or you have free will to obey?
yeah.
So
It's an interesting one to wrap your head around, though. Eh? When
yeah,
you think you're making decisions, but that like the more I surrender to my heart space and live out of my head, I feel the less free will I feel like I have. I feel like everything that is meant for me won't it's coming to me, you know what I mean? I don't really need to take much action for it to happen when I'm living from that space.
right.
It's quite crazy, yeah. Instead of sort of if I'm in my head and like, I should do this and I'm sort of reaching, you know what I mean? I'm not really listening to myself. But once I sort of, live from my heart and listen to my intuition, and it's just life just seems like it's already planned, in a way.
I mean, look at the screen right now, and I'm gonna show you how I think it's already planned in a way. Like, I started the Daily Candle Close News in 2020, not knowing I was gonna do it. I just knew one day, and I always said that I was gonna be a motivational speaker in life. And here I am today, that Daily Candle Close News giving you 110, and we're in the year of the rabbit year. Rabbit giving you 110. Okay, but 79 being the golden element. And it tells us in the outsider, stay golden, pony boy. But my name giving you that same 79 and matching numerology to the Daily Candle Close News. And I just picked that name one day because I used to do daily videos trying to teach people about the daily time frame and how not to get caught up in the hype and the news, the narratives, the partnerships, the whatever. Just focus on the daily candle closes, look at the long-term view, and then start focusing on shorter time frames. So I spent multiple months just viewing the daily time frame. So that's what I decided to name my channel, and I call my people pioneers. Giving us that 47. And again, my name is John, giving you 47. Like we talked about, time. It was just my time to come on this world stage and become the tour guide. That 20 you get in
Yeah.
John, I'm just a player, you know, out here, giving us that same 20. I'm just Alice, Alice in Wonderland, giving us that same boom. It gave us what it matches to. I don't know if it matches to anything. Oh, 13 as above, so below. You know what I'm saying? The 31 to player. That's who I am in this game of life. So pretty unique. Like you were saying, I think it's just predestination. Our source code. Do we have the ability to accept it, or are we just going to become a non-player character?
Abraham, what would you
Yes,
say
ma'am.
about number 40? I've been seeing that a lot lately.
Well, one thing I always tied it to was the Society of Jesus, at the early stages. I thought that gave us 40. Could be wrong. Could be Jesuit order. Um, I'm not sure. But 40, it just simplifies to 4. And I believe in most cultures all around the world, that 4, it symbols death. So 40, I don't really know about. I don't know if I add the 0, because I don't really do that a lot. So I would have to think on that. I know something important ties us to 40. I think it was Skull and Bones. That might be 41 actually. But one of these groups gives us 40. Yeah, it's 41. And I always thought that that was pretty powerful. But again, I'm gonna simplify and reduce it to the number 4, Dalit, the door. I think it's a gateway, and you know, we have a chance to open a door to our new life when we simplify it just down to 4. But also, it symbolizes death in some cultures, so I think that could be the death of the old self or the ego, and the ascension of the higher self. And I guess one other thing I could say about it, now that I think about it, is you have 0 being the womb, 1 being, you know, you, the matrix body, 2 being duality, 3 being trinity, and 4 being the cube that makes up all sides of reality. I know that a cube technically has 6 sides, but anyway, it makes up the box, it makes up the square. I believe you always have to possibly have a 4th opinion, that onlooker, like Father Time, watching over us. When you make up the Trinity, I still believe the 4th is the overseer, the watcher.
I appreciate that information. I just couldn't hit the unmute button at the time, but thank you.
Yes, ma'am, not a problem. And again, those are just, you know, my opinions. The only one I know for a fact is, you know, multiple cultures symbolize it and associate it with death. I don't know if that's death of oneself, or an ego death, or spiritual death, or what, but I just know it's truly associated with death.
Do you feel if we're ascending to higher densities from the 3rd density, we will have more free will?
Again, free will being a trap, I think, but I think we'll have more power of our opportunities. Like I said, you know, C19, bear flu, I should say, code red, whatever you want to call it. People had an opportunity. They were stuck in the 3D, while others were already operating in the 4D, some in the 5D. And you were given an opportunity to either take a, you know, experimental whatever, or not. To wear a mask that 11 peer-reviewed clinical trial group studies showed didn't work, actually harmed you more than it helped you, and some did and some did not. So yeah, I mean, I do think that moving to the 4D or the 5D or whatever can allow people to ascend, and, you know, to have free will. But again, I think it's going to come with still limitations, whether that's imposed on us by the apex predator or just the simple obstacles that we put in ourselves, in our front of ourselves, on a daily basis, that we have to hurdle then.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the, you know, the C19 and all that sort of stuff was all part of our soul contracts, whether we were either going to get the vaccine or not, you know what I mean? I feel, because for me personally, all my family had it, and I tried to talk to them about it, and it was just like talking to a wall, you know, like they just didn't register with certain information. It's quite crazy.
Yeah.
And but even like with free will, even the fact that we have an understanding what free will is, or there's a term, free will, surely there must be free will somewhere.
You know where I think there is free will? in our heart-brain coherence.
Yeah.
Yeah, in our heart-brain
You want to
coherence.
hear? You want to hear something interesting? I heard from someone somewhere. Look up Matthias, Matis, Matthias Stefano, and
No.
then type Matthias Di Stefano, and then type free will. And his idea of it is that we like our avatar. It's imagine like the finger of a bigger like being, right? And so like we're the feet that hold us grounded in the whole universe. So like we're the feet of that being, and it's on the 3D and we don't have free will as an avatar. Like there's checkpoints and everything is predetermined and all these things, but it's because like it's predetermined by that being above us, like the head, right? And so yeah, and so some of those videos are older, but if you just go to other sub channels that just kind of carry his content, um you will find it. But basically he hold on, sorry, I got a party up in here, my nephews and nieces are visiting. But but basically yeah, he just says that as an avatar, it's kind of like, you know, when you're in a game and you have like parameters for the avatar and it's got some type of free will, because the code like if you want him to lift his hand, he can choose how he lifts it, but he has to lift it, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
if our being wants to move forward 1 foot to the left first, then you have to do that. But maybe how your foot moves, it's up to you or whatever. Something along those lines. It was just a really interesting one, but I will try to find it for you guys and post it.
Yeah, I
Cool.
appreciate that. I really do, because I do agree with the whole grounding part and the feet part that you said. That is earthing, that is grounding, that is detoxing and connecting back to Awa, or Mother Nature, Gaia. You know, it's really good for the body. Um,
Yeah.
so I really do appreciate that, D, because I never heard of this guy. So I'd like to look into some of his content. But like uh, who is that? Jesse Love. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse Love, like you were saying, this C19 whole nonsense. You know, this COVID, it's an anagram for creating our vision in detail. Okay, and that's all it's ever been. It's been a distraction to create our vision in detail, and we can either do that or we can fall victim to the game that's being played. Okay, and that's why they called it this. It's an anagram. So the elite, the apex predator, who know how to use sorcery, alchemy, they have been creating their vision in detail through manifestation. Okay, and it's crazy that gives us 82:28, tying us into Ra, the sun god. Ra giving us that same team, God giving us 17, but it is sun god, and we're doing this on the 82nd day of the year. And you know, so that's crazy, today being the 82nd day of the year, tying us into Ra, the sun god, the 82 or 28 reverse, two eights, and we know radium, Ra, is the 88th element. So pretty important. Bitcoin's probably still
Mm.
sitting at 28K right now. 28K, not surprising. So um, yeah, still haven't hit a high of 29, I don't think. No, not yet. So, but yeah, just using the code. But I think that's what COVID has always been, just, you know, an ability and an attack on our seventh chakra, our corona in Latin, which means crown, our crown chakra. It's an
Mm.
attack for the higher consciousness, like we've been talking about. Are we gonna see you travel into the fourth, fifth D, or are you gonna stay stuck in this, you know, society reality, this non-player character, this do what you're told, work your job just over broke instead of have joy over boredom and live your life? You know, that free will, you know, we've been talking about.
I heard that the like 75% of humanity are soulless to some degree. Like they're just programmed here.
Yeah, that word soul, again, tying us into God 17. God gives us 55. Oh, I gotta put the L in there, sorry. But 19, tying us into Ra 19. That is our soul, our spirit. Whether or not 75, 85% of us are spiritless or soulless, I'm
I
not
can't.
sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I feel like they must have some sort of, because we're made up of all the same. I don't know. I feel like everything that's creating everything here, like the chair I'm looking at, for instance, it's all got the same divine energy within it. Um, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I believe our soul is just our battery. Battery giving us 1991. Shell, I believe it's just our shell, our rental vehicle, our vessel, our body. Okay, all this is our spirit, our soul. And I think we all have one. I just think maybe 75, 85% of people don't have the ability to tap into their soul.
Possibly.
Yeah, but it's it's just ultimately again tying us back into the sun, which is the 19th card in the tarot deck. Okay, so very important. Sorry if y'all hear my cat in the background. I locked her out of the room because she won't stop whining. All right. So anybody got anything they want to talk about tonight on this Thors-Day night hangout? We're pioneers, wolves, divergence, and glitches feed one another. Positivity, love, abundance, gratitude. Oh, I ain't checked the chat. Wonder if anybody's. Okay, no.
I would like to contribute more, and they are loud.
Okay. I'm not sure if she was ready to talk to us or not. But
Oh, I was trying to talk to y'all. I want to contribute more. I can't unmute this button.
yeah, I heard that. If you got two, type it in the chat. We'll figure it out. We'll answer your questions or talk about what you got
I
to
have
say.
no fingers.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
packing.
oh! I heard that. Well, we just chilling anyway. Hopefully, more people will start to jump in. Maybe I stubbed my toe. Lee Vision, Mola. So sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Maybe they got something they want to add sometime. I think I saw all three of y'all last night at the Wednesday night hangout. Appreciate that. I appreciate the support from both of you. I stubbed my toe and Lee Vision. I know you left humbling messages that I've been thinking about all day because I haven't slept yet.
So, I have to go to get some dinner, but you guys continue the chat and enjoy your Thursday.
Thank you, D. Appreciate you
Love you
doing this
all.
for
Take
us.
care.
Love you too.
See ya.
Of course. Bye.
Alright, Jesse Love, looks like it's just me and you taking over the show again since the start. Which is fine. Somebody might chime in. I'm shy too, you guys, don't worry, that's why I don't show my face. Not that it's not beautiful or anything. I woke up all beautiful and shit.
What's your thoughts on XRP though, long term?
Long term,
Yeah.
I've got a ledger with you know, I won't dispose how much on it, but you know, I plan to just leave that to my family and my son, you know, my daughter, in the future.
Cool.
I've got a small trading bag. I work a job. You know, I've been broke. I've had money. You know, it ain't nothing to me. I'm just trying to set a legacy, build a legacy. What a real pioneer does. You know, builds a fortress that turns into an empire. Um, you know, that's always been my goal. But my view on XRP is, you know, possibly gonna be not even for retail investors. Non-credited
Mm.
investors. To be quite frank, I think it's going to be possibly a wholesale type item, um, used as a obviously what exactly it's stated to be used for, on-demand liquidity. And what I've been preaching about is going to be a imminent collapse of the stock market, that we see a liquidity crisis shortly after. And I believe they will facilitate ODL to to handle to handle payments within, you know, less than 4 seconds. I mean, simply what it's been designed to do. I'm not going to sit here and hype it up, but I mean, I'm just going to sit here and look at the facts that it can run even without the internet being on. It's green efficient. No cryptos are ISO 20022 compliant, but Ripple is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just looking at the foundation and the future, of
Yeah.
the company behind it. Even though I care nothing about all that nonsense. And I know it's here to stay. You know, I know it's a safe bet. And again, it's something that I put money into a few years ago during C19 and the bear flu, and it completely changed my life. I watched, you know, less than $800, less than 1,000, roughly 800, turn, you know, triple, quadruple. I first got my stimulus
Yeah.
check, bought almost a whole Bitcoin. I sold that at 16 and 24K, bought some more XRP and other cryptos, and then, it changed my life. I turned my 3 stimulus checks and $800 into six figures. So, XRP
Mm.
was the main one that did that. Less than 7 grand total, less than 5 grand total in that coin, in the lows, and I literally watched just that portfolio go to over $76,000. So,
Yeah.
it's about how you execute, how you trade along the way while you're executing, and how you approach it with a mindset, a sophisticated one.
Yeah.
But my thoughts are, it's here to stay. Do I think it's going to go to 589, 10K, overnight, $10 overnight? No. I think it's going to take time, just like everything else. But I do see a new all-time high coming in the near distant future. Now, when I say near, do I think that's tomorrow or this year? Probably not. We'd be lucky to see, 86 cent, what I consider the launch pad theory again, 76 cent this year. Anything higher than that, I don't think we're going higher than $1.11, to be quite
Yeah.
honest. But it just depends on what Bitcoin does in this rally we've been in since the low on 11/9, November 9th, the mirror of 9/11. Surprising, right? Not. Um, but yeah, so we'll just have to see. But my thoughts are, it's here to stay. It's going to make it past regulatory clarity. It's in a kangaroo-ass lawsuit with this SEC, and has been since December 2020, 21, one of the two. And all that is, if you know anything about law, like I do, it is setting forth case law. That's all they're doing. I had a question right here pop up. Let's see what that was. Hey Abraham, what's your thoughts on the carbon credit system coming? My thoughts are exactly what you said. It's on the way. I mean, the World Economic Forum, these globalist elites are trying to push us into a carbon credit system, track, trace, and tag, a governmental basic income society. Sit home, collect your money, and don't go out and work. And oh, by the way, if you don't spend the money we give you within 80, 90, 180 days, well, we're going to deduct it back from your bank account because we're going to eliminate the ability for you to save. Yeah, and by the way, if you do use all your carbon credits that we do give you in a month, and you do need groceries, and you do need shorts, and you do need things for your family, oh, well, you're just going to have to wait till it refills. So those are my thoughts, that it is very real, that they are trying to push it, this Build Back Better, this Green New Deal. It is all about eliminating carbon emissions. And what are carbon emissions? Well, the only carbon emission, my friend, that they want to eliminate is the carbon man, because we are dealing with inorganic life forms. Okay, that is us. Okay, again, Alice giving us that 30. Okay, Alice, we are Alice in Wonderland, 30 right here. We are the 3 sixes, the 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons that make up every cell, every atom in every cell of our body. So we are literally made up of carbon, the 6th element. We were created, man was created on the 6th day, and then God rested on the 7th, they tell us. So this is the only carbon emissions they want to eliminate. And they want to eliminate and put us on a carbon system to eliminate our movement, our tracks, our trackment, or whatever. So I mean, it goes very, very socialist, very totalitarianistic, tiptoe-ish, whatever you want to, nomenclature this as. But I think it's very real, brother. Lee Vision, I'm honestly not sure if you're a male or female, so I don't want to be, I'm just saying. But yeah, for sure. Those are my thoughts. Oh, you're welcome. And when it's coming, by the way, I don't know, but I would suggest the closer we get to the next 7-year sabbatical cycle, 2028, 2029, the 100-year anniversary of the Great Recession, because I still believe America is going to thrive through the next few years, because it's just a 100-year anniversary of the Roaring 20s that led to the Great Depression. Yeah, I think it's going to be sometime around that time period. So I still think there's time to prepare. I could be wrong, but still time to make money, provide for our livelihoods, create a plan of how we're all going to come together, etc. along the way. They tried to push it in 2020. It failed, didn't pass. So, they're going to try again. That's all I can say. Oh, we got somebody else in the house. Okay, what is that? Trend Peasant. Trend Peasant, how are you doing this evening? Thors-Day Night hangout. Anything you want to add, talk about tonight? Got something on your heart? Feel free to unmic. We've just been talking about the markets, a little numerology, gematria. I got this recorded. Oh, well, see you later. He left.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I know, right? How are you?
Good, man. How are you tonight?
Oh, man, I'm blessed. Out here living another day in the Matrix, trying to raise the frequencies, raise the vibration, taking care of my cat in the room, or outside the room, because, again, I locked her out, my son downstairs. Been up since 1:30 a.m. Worked hard yesterday, put out those 3 videos and events, and want to come out here with the beautiful divergence glitches. Pioneers and wolves in the Matrix.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is going to happen in the solar eclipse?
What do I think? Alright, so that's the time period. It's April. April is known as the second month. Today is truly known as the first month of the year in the true calendar. And today is 1, 2, 3, go, just like we previously just had 3, 2, 1, go in the Gregorian calendar. So, not surprising. But I think we could see some kind of scripted narrative event. Alien invasion again, Joe Biden getting replaced, or you know, a world war narrative starting. I don't know. It could be a scripted celebrity death or whatever around this time period. I just know it's going to be, of course, something huge that's going to harvest the masses, everybody, again, because this is an inorganic apex predator we're dealing with that needs our organic energy, prana, pneuma, life force, our merkaba. So they do it through fear and rituals and etc. So I think it's going to be something along the lines of just mass chaos and fear, because fear sells. So that's what I think. It's going to be some kind of event leading into the solar eclipse while the markets are going up. Maybe not the traditional markets, but at least maybe crypto, because again, we are confirmed in an automatic rally, and I don't. If anybody disagrees, I could probably spend an hour explaining why we are, but I don't think I have to. 28k from 50k up almost, double, up 100% almost. It's proof enough. But I think it's going to be a distraction to keep people away from, taking advantage of the opportunities that are given, or just a distraction to get those that were unaware at the time into Bitcoin to liquidate their money too at the same time. But this distraction, I think, is going to be on the world stage, not more or less around the markets, but of course anything on the world stage will affect the markets immediately. So it's kind of hard to say what I think is going to happen around the solar eclipse, and I don't know if you were asking narrative-wise, distraction-wise, or simply the markets. So if you cleared that up, maybe I can answer it a little bit better. If you're talking market-wise, because I've already basically answered the distraction part. I think there's just going to be a false flag, false Carrington event type thing.
Have you seen these two tweets by Elon and David Schwartz? I just put the picture in the chat.
No, but I'll look at them real quick. I can pull them up. Two tweets by 420. Yeah, National Pot Smoking Day. That's the end of Ramadan, the 9th month in Islam. It started yesterday on 3/22. So that's a time period of fasting in the Muslim faith, etc. But this other one says, I'm taking XRP private at $420, funding secured. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. To even think about the technical analysis that I would have to think about to see a $420 and a price increase in ROI on a $420 from 44 cents is 42 cents where we're at now, roughly. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of X that is, but I don't believe this one bit. I don't think we're going to see a.
Well, I don't think it's going to go that high.
Yeah.
But do you think this could fall in line with your event?
Yeah. Obviously, around the solar eclipse, this time period. I don't know if it's going to happen on this day. 4/15 is the Notre Dame Cathedral fire, or the Boston Marathon bombing, or the Titanic sinking, I believe. Well, I think it maybe started taking water on the 14th or 15th and sunk. Anyway, around this time period. But yeah, so I think anywhere around, April leading into May, the lunar eclipse, we had Terra Luna around a lunar eclipse sell-off, scripted event. We had Sam Bankman-Fried, French fried guy, get arrested around a lunar eclipse. So it may be towards 5/5, May 5th, or May is really the first true month, and May 1st starts Mayday, the distress call. Okay. Or May is really truly the third month, I meant to say, but it starts Mayday, the distress call. So the 3-1 date is 31, or internationally written 1-3, tying you into the quote-unquote 13 Illuminati bloodlines, or the death card in tarot. So I'm just seeing this as a time frame being shared right here. As for the funding going secured and all that, like, I just think David Jolcat Swartz is a puppet, like just a placement, a bench seat, a warmer, someone on the sidelines playing a role, even if he doesn't even know it. I know he's been in the game since the 80s, creating this technology and everything, but I definitely think he's either a puppet being used by the elite, or he's simply a part of the occult, period. Just like Elon. I do think Elon is a puppet, though. Like, even when he talks, he just doesn't even sound sophisticated to me. Like, I know I stumble and make mistakes a lot and stutter, but I'm shy. Like, that's different. Like, you're supposed to be a genius, and I've got 151 IQ, and I don't stumble and stutter like this dude. So I just thinks like he has to think about remembering what he is supposed to say or something. I don't know. But again, he's just always been a distraction. He came out and told you to buy $56,000 Bitcoin, and that's what literally started my channel in 2020, when I was screaming, don't do that. It's in 2 weeks going to be right back down to $30,000. And what happened? Saturday Night Live, he comes out and says it's essentially a scam, and it goes right back down to exactly where I said it was going to, $32,000. So, like, and that was my very first video.
No, that's exactly why I brought it up, because I totally agree with you. They're actors. They probably don't even control their own tweets or their own Twitters.
Yeah, the handlers post this. Like we were talking
I'm
about
just
free
trying to figure
weed.
out what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, are you talking about the markets though?
Yeah, markets.
Yeah, we're in an automatic rally. I don't know if you watch a lot of Waters content, but I've got a chart pulled up right here. Wrong one. Lied again. But yeah, this is it actually. We've been talking about this automatic rally heading up towards the 702 golden pocket, or the 618. We tend to get a dead cat bounce. You came up short. That's a dead cat bounce, and that could happen around the 0.5. That's traditional for stocks, but we can even see a dead cat bounce go all the way up to the 888, right there at around $52,000 in the rabbit year. Rabbit equals 52. I think that's a little high. Would we break in structure right here, forming higher highs? And I just don't think we're going to go set a higher high right now. So I'm looking for potentially 42 to 43k to be hit as some of my higher de-risking opportunities, but really this 32,200, 322, and 38k. That 38 has been plaguing us in decodes all around the world this past year. Death equals 38, RIP equals 38, so that could be a range where we tend to see the market just kill over. But LeBron James scored 38 points, his name equals 38, Los Angeles equals 38, the team he plays for, and he scored 38 points on his 38th birthday. So he did that, and he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 38,388 point record. You know what I'm saying? All at the same time. So it's just, Rihanna, I believe, equals 38. She performed at the halftime show. We just keep seeing this 38. Kabbalah equals 38. So I'm just seeing that 38k range as a possible, target range to de-risk, right above the golden, right below the golden pocket, and right here around April 5th or April 13th and 14th, the 144 internationally written, the 144,000 chosen, and the solar eclipse. And then you got your Cinco de Mayo time period as well. So but yeah, I think we're gonna get an automatic rally with a possible spring that would set a lower low than our previous structure, probably down to possibly 11,900, 119. We hit our low on 11.9. I don't know, just speculation here, or we just come back down and retest this trend line, go below it, maybe get bought back up above it, and just double bottom. Don't quite set a lower low, or maybe set a higher low, one of the two. But those are my thoughts as to what we're going to do heading into May, and between May and October, and September, which is National Preparedness Month, October, the month of surprises, and November, the month of Bitcoin. So I see the lows coming in around the September October time frame for all markets, traditional and crypto, and a restart of the Wyckoff reaccumulation series, a real phase E, or a restart of basically a 7-year cycle. I appreciate that, Lee Vision. You mentioned Proton. Have you ever... Proton, is that a crypto, Proton XPR? No, I've never thought about decoding it. But if it is, I could possibly look it up, pull up some charts, see if there's enough data, a year, 6 months, at least something to look at. It's kind of hard to do any TA on anything less than that, if that is, again, crypto. Never heard of Proton XPR. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that, see what there is there. If sometimes there's some symbolism, if it is a crypto, that's pretty unique, or some price action ranges that it's been at, tied to some numerology, or the founder, etc. Probably could find something. I stubbed my toe. You still ain't gonna say nothing?
Okay, thank you. Alright, my dogs were just making a lot of noise.
Do what?
No, my dogs were just making a lot of noise, so I muted myself.
Oh, you're fine. I like dogs too. Our roommate got a dog. I'm just more of a cat person. I love cats. They're ancient.
Cats are great too.
Yeah. They take care of themselves. I mean, they clean themselves. You gotta feed them and water them and clean out their litter box. So I mean, they kind of own you. Oh yeah, it's big. Proton XPR with the metal blockchain. Metal blockchain. Metal. Know nothing about it, so I'll definitely look it up. I don't know the ticker symbol or anything, but I'm sure XPR Proton. Let's look at. Let's see what Qcoin does. I mean, Qcoin, if it's a low cap, I mean, Qcoin pretty. Oh lord, I'm sorry. How long has this been out? When did this come out? Oh, this came out 2021. Not even 2 years ago. Alright, real quick. Okay. Let's look at it. And this is not financial advice, but I mean, I can tell you right now, this chart looks like shit. Obviously, I mean, we just obviously had this is the Qcoin chart. So obviously, I don't know if this is the ultimate data, the longest data, but this is when it's obviously been listed on Qcoin, and it went in an uptrend through August, automatic rally in August, National Preparedness Month in September, and then boom, all the way up to. What's that? 5 cents. So we'll pay attention to that 5.1. That's really what it was. 5.1 cents. So then we were just, this is our buying climax that came into obviously a massive ABC corrective wave, hit our first low. We kind of had a a dead cat bounce form right here, getting rejected right below the 0.5. You came up short, that's a dead cat bounce. Okay, all the way down to this 236. Yeah, I didn't think I had it all the way at the low. But yeah, we're still fighting to get above this 236 at, what is that, fractions of a penny. So I mean, you can get 100,000 of this coin right now for $300. Not financial advice. Not bad. I mean, especially if seeing as how we're already down. I mean, from 5 cents to fractions of a penny, 97, almost 98%. I mean, not financial advice, but I mean, where we're at right now is still 97% down. I mean, it can still go lower, obviously, but not too much lower. But then again, Terra Luna sold off 99, almost 100%. So remember that. I don't know anything about this coin, its partnership, its backing, its use case utility, its real world problem solve. But I can tell you right now, if we were to even initiate an automatic rally like some of these coins and get close to the 0.5 fib again, the 382, I mean, you're looking at 200, 300, 700% at the 618 if you're lucky to get back to roughly a penny. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I can say about it. Not financial advice, but I remember a coin like this called Matic Polygon, where it was sent at 001, and I was trying to find any and every exchange I could to send some of my Ethereum to get 100,000 of them for $100, and then it hits $1 and something cents, $1.30 something cents. So I could have easily turned $100 into 133 or 130 something thousand, some shit like that, whatever Matic hit. So I'm still sick to my stomach. But when I see a coin that's down 97%, I might put, with the research done, due diligence done behind it, of course, is it going to possibly make it through regulatory clarity, etc. But I might think about, when something's down 97, 98%, initiating a small less than 1% portion of my bag into it. That's what I can tell you right now, just looking at the charts, pulling up the fibs, seeing this falling knife pattern for fucking 500 something days, give or take. I mean, something's bound to give. We know these markets move up, down, sideways, and they do two things euphorically, up and down. So automatic rally could be in the cards, just like everything else. But again, this is not financial advice. I'm just looking at the chart. I know nothing about this crypto, and I'm just answering a question that Lee Vision asked me. Alright, great live stream content. Okay, blockchain metal. Okay, I know nothing about the blockchain metal. I'll look into that. Ticker metal. Thanks, just ISO compliant. Again, I don't know that there are any cryptos that are ISO compliant. I just know of only one company in the world that is stated and proven to be ISO 20022 compliant, the crypto-wise, and that is Ripple. Now, banks have been forced to become ISO 20022 compliant, etc., and other institutions. So, yeah. I mean, that's just from my research. I know there are a lot of cryptos like HBAR and Stellar and XDC and IOTA and all this that are claiming to be working towards becoming green efficient, etc., or already are, or ISO 20022 compliant. And I just don't think none of that matters to me. I don't learn nothing, and it doesn't help me with my crafting skill that I'm building. But I do think that ISO 20022 messaging for the banks is obviously what we're waiting on to move from the Piscean age of paperwork to the more I'm gonna say Luciferian age of fallen angel technology and the metaverse, and everything being, again, like we've seen for decades, moved from paper to this system. So that's just all I think ISO 20022 compliancy is moving from archaic paperwork to the digital system. and it's just disguised behind this glamour of, if you hold the right things, you're gonna be okay, which I think is just nonsense. Click the attachment. You got an attachment. Oh, what's this? Proton 0015. Oh, is this your portfolio? Oh, metal blockchain. 0.05 cents. Huh. Looks like that's a crypto wallet. So Proton loan. We can get a loan with Proton? Huh. I do know we'll soon be able to take loans out against our own cryptocurrencies, and I've done it before using things like Nexo, back before they shut down the earnings for USA participants, and I decided I was just going to step away from all that nonsense. That was around the same time the Celsius nonsense was going on, so I decided to move all my funds to a off-storage cold hardware ledger device, air gap, so you know, my key's my crypto. And if they tell me I gotta have a mart to use it one day, well then they'll just, those ledgers and LE pals, I'll row out in a boat and I'll throw it in the bottom of the ocean, you guys. It don't mean nothing to me. It's just fairy dust, pixie dust, you guys. Let's see what you type in Lee Vision. Yeah, just grab some because of their ticker XPR and ticker metal. Yeah, I'm gonna do some. I like that XPR. You know, that is a you know, it's an atom. You know, it's that's what it represents, I believe. That's the atom. But yeah, it's also got a 6-pointed star, the Star of David, or the Star of Solomon, as you know, ancient known signia and symbol for a hedge of protection. So I mean, you know, proton, electron, neutrons, all making up part of the atom. So I can see why, you know, I can see a little bit more of this, you know, XPR, XRP, yeah, an anagram, a mix-up, but the proton being a part of our body. We're talking about the carbon emissions. I can see a lot more why you're into this metal XLM. Yeah, okay, I can see where you're going with this Lee Vision. I know y'all can't see the chat, so if you're not reading the chat, yeah, that's where he's doing this. So yeah, I can see where you're seeing this. I'll do some more research into that. I definitely have to look at their, you know, whole partnerships, you know, who they're funded by, etc. before I can even, you know, think about investing, even though it's down 97%. Like I said, I mean it couldn't hurt. I mean, you're only down so much, you only go down so much more, but it can also get eradicated. And well, we saw that happen in 2017, 2018. I did personally, you know. So some cryptos have still never, that didn't get eradicated, have still never reached new all-time highs or moved to an inch, you know. So alright, what was Bitcoin doing? Getting close. Oh, alright.
Just
go ahead.
do you have a Discord or something?
Do I have a what?
A Discord?
Oh yeah, I've been working on it in the background for the last year, here and there, but also working on a website, putting my content out on Facebook and Rumble, and building my YouTube. So yeah, like the Discord is something that I kind of just actually the other day accepted on the 18th my first person in there from this community here at Waters Above, and but yeah, it's something that I've been working on getting created and started. It's just been the lack of time and the ability to do it, being an only parent, working a 40-50 hour job, plus, you know, like I said, being up since 1:30 a.m. doing 3 different videos last night, 2 of them over 2 hours long, mine a 46-minute video, and you know, working a 12+ hour shift a day, and then, you know, right here again. You know, I stay busy, and even when I'm not on here, I'm working on my, you know, my website or my crafting skill. I'm out in the matrix trying to raise the frequency, raise the vibrations, or playing with my son and cat, You know, so it's like, you know, you can't rush success in my eyes. And I've never been out here to try and get like famous or have 100,000 followers overnight or nothing. It's like, you know, if they're gonna gravitate to my work, they're just gonna do it. But yeah, I do have a Discord, and it's open to any and everybody that's willing to, you know, get in there. And if you're from this community, you get in there for free. Um, yeah.
Yeah, like I would love to join it. I'm sure like I see you doing a lot of these presentations and stuff, and I know I missed some of them, so I would just like to like see if there's a paper trail of anything.
Yeah, I mean, my YouTube and my Facebook has got everything. My Rumble's got everything, but my YouTube, I'm working on getting all my older videos. Forgive them. They're a mess sometimes, you know. But it's you get to see the journey, and I don't edit none of my stuff. Like it's one take, uncut, straight to it. If I make a mistake, you get to learn from it, just like I did. Um, and you know, I like to document that. So my first videos were, you know, that XRP, that hype, that crypto hype, that whatever. And then, you know, I started tapping into my skill and craft, that I was, you know, building in the background with the numerology, the gematria, paying attention to the esoteric side of things. And then boom, I found Waters, and he just doing the mythology. You know, I knew about it, I studied it, but I didn't think decode it, you know. And that's when I really started to flourish, was having a true mentor like him. So yeah, when my Facebook is, or YouTube's fully up and running, you'll really be able to get a from start to finish 3-year journey of from being the student to trying to become the ascended master, the Christ within. But yeah, I try and do these presentations just to, you know, get my name out, and just it's not about shilling my site. It's just about practicing my work, and you know, developing my craft, that 10,000 hour skill theory, and just, you know, I'm a shy person, again, just trying to just get over that hurdle that I think I place in front of myself. You know, there's nothing to be shy about. You know, you can't even see my face. So again, it's beautiful though. I woke up all beautiful.
I love your YouTube and your Discord. You have it.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get that real quick. I don't know if it'll kick me out. Okay, it didn't. I don't even remember how I invited. Okay, right there, I think. Invite. Get down here. Hide members, threads, boom, boom, boom. Yep. Do you know how to invite? Invite people. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, who am I talking to right now? I forgot.
I'm Noah.
Alright, type it. Spell it for me real quick.
I am Noah. OELH. My number is 3945. If you need it.
Yeah, I got you. 1 second. I'm gonna find you again. MOELAH. Okay, MOELAH. I got you. I'm gonna invite you, and anybody else that wants to get invited, you're more than welcome. I'll get you in here. Boom, boom, boom. Invite people. Yeah, no results found. So you said the number was what?
3945.
Huh. I don't know. Just gonna type in M and start scrolling through the M's.
What you can do is you can go to the channel, click on the drop down menu, and go to invite.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Invite
doing.
people.
Yeah,
But
I
instead
did
of
that.
looking for me, you can just copy the link. Instead of looking for me, you can just copy the link of the channel and then send it to the chat or something.
Yeah, hidden use copy button. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. That's why I didn't see it. It was hidden. It was hiding my link, so I didn't see that. But I got you. And I'm gonna put it in the channel right now, so any of you can do it. Pasted right now. That's my invite link to my Discord. Again, it's something that is in the works. Haven't been on it in months, active, but do plan to do that some more. I got a lot of knowledge, gnosis, and wisdom hidden around the breakdown of the body and who we truly are. That I think you should take a look at it. The knowledge, gnosis, and wisdom section of that. I spent a lot of time studying that, and really going over it before I thought it would be valuable to share. Got some nice Wyckoff reaccumulation schematics in another tab.
Just to pause you real quick.
Yeah.
You sent the wrong link.
I sent the wrong link. How about that?
Yeah. So if you
So
go to the channel of your channel, there's a drop down arrow right next to it.
yeah, and then it
Then it
says
goes
invite people. Yeah, I clicked the.
Or send the server invite link to a friend.
Yeah, or send a server invite link. Yeah, I just hit copy, but it says hidden, use copy button. So I hit copy. Like, it's not showing me a link, it's telling me it's hidden to use the copy button. I know you can't see it, but yeah. What I'll do is after we get off here, I'll figure out how I did it with MC3 more the other night, and I'll get you in there. And anybody else, if you just leave a message, I'll make sure I get you in there. Because I know I did it. I know I got him in there. We did a 3-hour and 18-minute video in my Discord on March 18th, and that wasn't even planned. But edit invite link, expire after 7 days. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Generate new link. Yeah, it didn't even generate a new link when I generated a new link. So I'm not
Okay,
sure.
I have no problem waiting for it later. Don't need to do it now. But yeah, I would love that invite when you do get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to like publish my Discord to make it go live first, do I? Because like I've never done that. Like I've still just been creating it. But I shouldn't have to if I invited RC3 more, who's offline right now. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Like I said, we'll get you in there, and anybody else that wants to join, just let me know. Awakened Soul, what a beautiful soul. Glad to have your presence.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I was
okay,
sharing
good.
some
I
of
was
the
like,
charts.
hello.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you guys are sharing charts. I think we should do this all the time, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Anytime I'm free. I see you in the TA charts section, like, you don't never sleep. I thought I was bad staying up 18, 22 hours a day, like 7 days a week, all natural. Yeah, but...
Oh, I keep going all day. No, I know. I think we're all in the same level when it comes to energies. It's just, it's hard to sleep. Our brains just keep going, and it's like, might as well entertain ourselves and learn something, right?
I agree. I concur 100%.
I mean, like this is cool. You have your own Discord. I'll go ahead and join. But I think it's it's a good way to start building our own businesses, right? And there's so much potential, and we have to start somewhere. It's all about our commitment.
Most definitely, most
Right.
definitely. So you said you'd join. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
write y'all's names down, y'all's two that said you want to join. I'll figure out how to send y'all that link because I couldn't figure it out a second ago. But I'll make sure I get that done.
Yeah, send it. Oh, this is not your link to your Discord?
Well, he said it was the wrong one. I thought it was. It was the one that told me to copy.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I tried it right now.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what he
that's
said.
cool.
But yeah, I'll get both of y'all sent, and anybody else that if they leave a message or pop out and say they want to join, I'll write your name down, and I'll find
What
you.
are you looking at right now?
Right now, Jesse Love was asking about XRP earlier, and I was just looking at the pump recently, talking about obviously just what we're seeing, these horizontal trading ranges. Dang, was I talking about that last night with somebody else? Yeah, Crypto Cake asked about he didn't know when to sell, and he said he wanted to slap himself for not selling at 49 cents. But anyway, we were just talking about XRP and the charts and what we think is possibly going to happen as we approach the solar eclipse coming up in a few months. Dang, I done changed the chart so you can't see it. But yeah, and
I never see you sharing in the TA group.
yeah, I
You
don't.
don't really share.
I just published my
No.
first idea, as a matter of fact,
Really?
yeah, I don't share a lot like that. Like a lot of what I share is like I kind of just like share it in my videos. I don't know why. Like I don't think about it, to be honest. Like to come out and share ideas like that. But I honestly just published my first idea, and if we take a look at it, I published this on a few days ago, right before.
Oh, on TradingView?
Yeah, on TradingView. Like I published it officially. And I said we are in a rising wedge pattern with a 68% chance of it breaking down to the downside. We are also approaching the 1618 golden ratio of phi and the Fibonacci retracement, and that's going back to the 25k top that we couldn't break right there around 223. But anyway, so as soon as we, you can't see it right here, but as soon as we hit the golden ratio of phi, I'm talking about as soon as we hit it, we sold off. And again, the rising wedge pattern has a 68% chance of a breakdown. And we got the 223, the 322 exponential moving averages tying us into skull and bones, or the 13 Lucas numbers, or this year. And then we have this, like you shared in one of your videos, like I've shared before as well, because I watched one of your most recent videos, but the RSI, which has that bearish divergence while the price action is just moving up. So we knew that this 1618 is a red hot heated zone. We tend to test that. If we can't break above it and continue to climb, well, we're going to come back down. But right now, I don't know if this is trying to perform like a left shoulder, possible head, right shoulder inverse, or if this is just
On the 2 hour.
yeah, on the 2 hour,
Okay,
or if
let me
this
see.
is just like some kind of wacky W pattern breakout. It's really kind of hard to tell. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But right now it's a lower high than this previous high that got rejected from the 618 on the 2 hour. So that's gonna be important, to pay attention to. Just holding 28k psychologically right now is gonna be key. It's crucial.
Right. I have a 2 hour big trend line too. If we break, let's say in the 2 hour, that low of 0.429, it would break my trend line, and we would go to lower targets, probably to like 0.38, 0.5, around there. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, XRP, I feel like it did its job, and now it's coming down, right?
It's definitely in oh, I don't know why I just did that.
Retrace?
Well, yes, it's in a we just had an impulsive wave, so we're definitely in a corrective wave. So a retracement, and I see this as a B, C wave, possibly back down to 40, 41 cents, depending on where these moving averages, the 223, the 322, come up to as well. We can look at the VPVR right now, and that's sitting right there at around 36 cents. So I mean, that's a major range, the 3/6s. So we know Bitcoin is high, or XRP is highly tied to Jupiter. Jupiter gives us 36, so that could be a range we can accumulate at. But our other exponential moving averages, yeah, the 200 is pretty much down here at 39 cents. So that's a possible accumulation range to hit. The Bollinger Bands, yeah, 41 cents. XRP equals 14, the mirror 41. So yeah, I definitely see a B, C corrective wave, and we know the C wave, it can be dramatic. It could possibly come back and retest.
Yeah.
We got a retest of this falling descending wedge, so I don't see it coming back and retesting, but I mean it can. I don't really. I mean, this is tertiary. I mean, this trend line ain't nothing to me, to be honest. It's just a pattern. I hate pattern drawing, to be honest. But this ABC is what I'm seeing before another impulsive wave to possibly 51, 54, and 62 cents. And the only reason
No.
why I'm saying 62 is because XRP and Ripple together gives us
Mm-hmm.
that 62, that 46 cents. So we're roughly in between 47, 46, and 42 cent right now for XRP. Yeah, setting at 43 in March. March equals 43. So it's just,
Right.
it's crazy. I don't know.
For sure, for sure. Are you a day trader, a scalper, swing
Uh,
trader?
None of that. I like
What?
to sometimes when I see a good move, like Bitcoin at 15,900. I like to set a buy order. Sometimes I'll also set a small 0, 1, 2x leverage trade. But that's usually around places like when I see XRP back here hitting the 332 2 cent range. I knew that this was a position where I wanted to jump in heavy in the market with not only an accumulation dollar cost average but a small leverage order because I saw a pump coming, and I was able to de-risk at 47.51 cents, and as
Mhm.
well as that 41 cent as well. So I mean, it just worked out great for me. So I hardly ever do any scalp day trading. It's really, I'm just buying a bag, loading it up, backing the truck up, stacking it, and saving it for my family, the future to come. I'm just trying to be a true pioneer, and build a legacy for my family. Like, this ain't for me. Like,
Oh,
I can continue to work a job or go pick up cans off the side of the road or hustle, um, however I got to. I already
right.
fast a lot and go without. I move my bed to storage all the time to sleep on the floor for 3 weeks just to, remember what it's like to have nothing. So like, money ain't never changed me, and I think been one of the biggest problems in the world when it comes to cream this cash rules everything around me mentality. Um, I've seen it change family members and cause other my friends to kill each other, and it's just like, yeah, I'll let somebody else have that, and if I'm gonna give it to somebody else, I might as well just give it to my loved ones.
Oh, for sure, 100%. I think we're all here for, it all started with, trying to break free of the matrix, and then you realize this is all a game, right? And your priorities come up really quick, and you realize that, okay, you're either gonna use this for a benefit as educating, and like me, I'm a scalp day trader, but I am all about, you know, building my bag every day, compounding it, because I know I'm not gonna get rich. I don't care to get rich. I want to help others because it's crazy. It's a crazy journey.
Right. And awakened soul, I want to tell you and everybody else out here, like, there's no need to want to get rich when you know you're already
Yeah,
rich. Rich is an anagram for realizing I create happiness. That's wealth.
for sure.
True wealth, and that's our mindset, the greatest asset. And that's in my work. I always want to apply these metaphysics, these outside the box way of thinking, to get people to see that I've taken the time to learn this knowledge, gnosis, and wisdom, so that I could then come out and use it and apply it and allow me to succeed, so that I can show others that I've been successful, turning less than 10K and over six figures in less than 2 years in cryptocurrency. And now I just want to teach others that they can do the same thing. If this guy that was someone who faced a 15-year sentence in prison, has done 8 years total combined, counting juvenile time, faced 10 years of suicide his whole life, battling that. If I can change my life and become the greatest of all time within my own paradigm, then imagine what some of you can do.
Well, that's beautiful, for sure, for sure. That's why I'm always sharing my peace and love and my TikToks, and nothing to do with crypto, because I know how the algorithm works, right? I want to
Right.
build my business on YouTube, and whoever's searching for it will come to it. But I want to also share my just love and like you say, I want people to one day be like, damn, we're like she's really just chill and just comes into the charts, takes one trade a day, and just moves on with her day. Go hug a tree
Yeah,
after for sure. It's key, the balance of life.
yeah, and and I mean your trades I see you make, the way you're laying it out, and the technique you've, I don't know if you've learned it from somewhere, if you've mastered it yourself, but
I, lo-
it's very unique.
um,
Even when you don't even speak in your videos, and it's just you're just drawing trend lines. It's like you didn't need to say
a
nothing.
lot of mentors. A
Yeah,
lot of mentors, let me tell you, a lot of sleepless nights, 2 years, but let me tell you that one touch, two touch, and just getting that vertical line from the highest point in between those two touches and right where your trend line intersects, like that's golden right there. I mean, it's a beautiful, especially if you're swinger. Like I know you don't day trade, but if you, even for a 4 hour trade, if you set up a trade like that in a 4 hour, we're talking about that target might not hit for like a month,
right,
right?
right.
But if you load it up like you're talking about the way you do it, if you set a 4 hour trend line, you load it up when a trend line breaks and don't expect anything till you set your limit, your buy, whatnot. It'll hit in a couple of weeks. You'll be impressed because I've worked with and I was around that group of people before, where they would set that one trade in couple of coins and they would come back 2-3 weeks after and the target would hit and they would be good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's
Yeah,
how I've
it's
done it. That I like this. This was the example I gave was this was a quick one, but I'd already been accumulating and accumulating and accumulating, waiting for 51 cent, waiting for 47 cent, like you said, for weeks. Taking advantage,
right.
just dollar cost averaging in, and then having limit orders set for weeks that finally hit when I was at work one day, or over a span of a couple of days. I didn't have to do nothing. I didn't have to go worry about, oh my God, XRP's already up. I missed it. Like, a dollar cost averaged
Yeah,
in. I bought the dip. Maybe it wasn't the low. You're not going to get the low. You're not going to sell the top. It's impossible. Or the only reason you did is because you had a limit order set and you just got lucky it hit that limit order. All right, and
right.
I mean it just works out that way for me. So like I do like a monthly trading, like the moon patterns, but more on a like tri-monthly, or quadruple monthly, like 3 times a year. I'm initiating
Oh wow.
trades, or sometimes again, like I'll be in here de-risking because I obviously see the RSI is overheated right here around July 22nd, the 21st, 22nd. XRP equals 22. The 21st, 22nd tends to bring a reset 22, recycle 22, change 22 to the market. So, I pay attention to the 21st, 22nd of the month. And if it's, in an overheated area, I'm going to take a little profits. And so it's like,
Hmm.
I do it on a more every other day, every other week type, like when the market's in where I want it to be. I set a limit order
Right.
to execute, and if it ain't hit, then if it ain't near that range, then I'm just waiting. I'm not gonna rush it.
Right. For sure, for sure. No, yeah. Something about day trading that I want to retire doing that. That's
Yeah,
my goal. Like that's my full-time job, right? I actually left my job. I started working 20 hours to invest my time and commit as a day trader. And I'm still trying to build my bag because, I need a certain amount for me to live comfortable. And to- I live in California. It's not cheap over here in the
oh,
Bay
oh
Area.
no, yeah,
So
you live in a blue ran state. I'm not trying to get
yeah,
political, but I just know how it is.
oh,
I'm in North
no,
Carolina.
it's bad.
It's been
It's bad
blue
over here.
until now, where it just turned red for the first time in probably ever. So it's been bad here too. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah, it's
Dow
like I'm
Jones,
like the back sheet of California here.
yeah. Dow Jones it closed today. I'm pretty sure it's closed right now. Yeah, it is. It closed at 32,105 points, 321. And again, today is March 23rd, or really the first month of the year. So 1, 2, 3. I just found that. I saw that. Thought it was unique. Figured I'd share it.
Do you do you use times at all? Like, I know yesterday I was watching a live somewhere. Magic Crypto, some I forgot his full name. But do you correlate like times, like best times to trade based on your decode?
Um, Best times.
Like throughout the day, like
Uh,
2 o'clock, 2:22 or something. Have you seen like a move around like me, like
Yeah,
some
I've seen
coded number?
Bitcoin sell off at like 10:17 a.m. in the morning, down like 10.17%. You know what I'm saying? I've seen crazy things like that before. I can't remember the time frame on May Day, May 1st. Again, May Day, May Day, May Day. This past year, Bitcoin fell down 3.22%, within a matter of minutes on the minute time frame. I just don't really remember what minute it started at, during the day. I have seen little things like that, but I don't explore a lot of the smaller time frames. Like, I barely go below the 2 hour time frame, to be quite frank. Unless I, just see some kind of scripted liquidation from the Fed or something like that. I'll sometimes go and view the 1 hour or the 1 minute time frame to view exactly when it sold off. But I viewed a lot of Magic Crypto Millions work where he breaks it down and he goes to the exact time frame and things like that. And yeah, I've never just, I don't know, maybe I've never been that savvy enough to even think about doing that, to be quite frank, because when he does it, it's just blowing my mind. I've seen a few other
Yeah,
people
he was
do it.
talking about it yesterday. I was like, what the hell? Like, it's just crazy to even think about it. I have never, because I day trade, and I was like, what about if I start looking at the times, like pivot points, right?
Right,
That would
yeah.
be crazy. Find a code within
Now,
that.
now I've seen like time periods hourly, 2 hour wise, like 6 to 8 in the morning, like early, right before the traditional markets open for the cryptocurrency market, or 2 to 4 a.m. in the morning when overseas market traders are heavy in the market. Like, I've seen high volatility around noon a lot of the time, 10 to 12 a.m. And p.m. in the morning, getting ready to transition into noon. Like, that's usually where I tend to see a lot of pumps from 10 to 12 within a 2 hour time frame, and then 12 to 2 is just down, you know. So I've seen a lot of that, when it comes to time, but going lower to minute, nah, not really. Just a few things probably within the last 3 years, maybe 4 different time periods where in a video I've shared the 1 minute time frame and just a scripted something odd percent down, probably because it tied to like a date numerology or a numerology to the crypto I was looking at the time. And it happened because probably a narrative in the world took place that day too. So that's the only thing I can think of right off the top of my head, is just really those hour time frames: midnight, overnight, or noon, overnight, 2 to 4, and then like 6 to 8 early in the morning, right before the market opens.
What do you think about BTC right now?
Uh,
I mean, your 2 hour time frame.
on my 2 hour time frame, yeah, I just think, like I said, it's really hard to tell. I've had this was a bear flag, for quite some time, that I knew was going to break down, that I was watching, but I drew it as a parallel channel. And right now, I mean, we're kind of holding the median of that, and that's kind of bullish. We've got to bounce. But if we don't break this 1618, this golden ratio of phi, and head clearly to $30,000, if we don't see 30,000, 32,000, break the top side of this, what is a rising wedge pattern I'm considering. Rising parallel channel, tends to have a 6 to 8% chance of a breakdown. If we don't continue to just close 2-hour candles above this, start setting a higher high than this, what was it, 28,900, so right below 29K. If we don't get a higher high, then I think we're just going to continue to either consolidate sideways, and let these exponential moving averages catch up, let the RSI just continue to cool off. The MACD is it eventually going to flip bullish? It just did, but it's starting to cool down as well. Who knows how long it stays bullish? Obviously it's been.
You notice the volume?
The volume. Do I still have the
They were
volume pulled
talking
up?
about they were talking about as BTC pumps to the upside, we have a decrease in volume. And I thought that was I'm so bad with the volume. I know it's really important, but I rarely use it.
Yeah. Where's
Which
the
is-
weekly? Where'd we get? We had a huge spike in volume on one of these time frames, and it might have been just a Binance chart where we saw that huge spike. Okay, it's right here on the weekly time frame. I've been paying attention to that 26%, almost 27% increase on the weekly time frame last week. The March 13th time period, the Pi Day time period, 3.14, because that's taken us all the way back to something we haven't seen, is breaking back above this trend line and closing weeklies above that, but we haven't been back above the 223 weekly moving average exponential or the 200 simple weekly moving average since June and the June lows. So we then fell below this trend line into our 15K low. So now that we're finally retesting the bottom side of this, it's really going to add a lot more confluence to breaking above that 1.618 golden ratio of phi for me, to see what happens. Like, if we get a rejection from that, we're probably going to get a rejection from this trend line and come back to retest possibly one of these two moving averages. Come back, retest, hold support hopefully, and then break out. But again, between now and April 20th, we're looking at less than 4 weeks. So if we do get a pullback, it's only going to last a matter of hours, 12-hour, couple 12-hour candles or a couple daily candles. FUD narrative going on. We'll see some FUD. I love this chart right here. We'll see some FUD every time we get some red candles. We get some FUD in the market, but then we get a green candle and everybody's saying wind moon, like. You know what I'm saying? If we do get a pullback, it's just going to be some FUD to retest previous structure of about 25.5, I hope, and then bounce back up. That's testing these wicks high on the weekly, where we kept getting rejection from. So that'd be the lowest I see us going, 25, rabbit 25 in the rabbit year. Just speculation right here. We could go to 22,300 again. Wouldn't be surprising at all to me, or something like that.
Right. Don't ask me where I think it's going.
You think it's going to 12K?
Okay.
I know, I saw that. But I do think if we get a spring, I mean, like we were showing, I drew this out in a Thors-Day Night hangout with the community here one night 2 weeks ago. We hung out for 4 hours and I freehanded this, and it's just been following this ever since. So I mean, if we get rejected, a dead cat bounce we've been talking about all night from the 0.5 or the 618, the 702, it wouldn't be surprising. But I think it's going to be 12K, 11,900, 119. Bitcoin hit its low on 11.9. We talked about that earlier. Mirror of 9/11. The 223rd, the 87th element has an atomic weight of 223 in the 223 year. That's tied to William Taft and Alfonso Taft and William Russell, the creators of Skull and Bones, and it was created by a woman named Margaret Perry, whose birthday was October 19th. So this 119, all plagued into our reality that with a 222 and Bitcoin and everything, you know. But anyway, so 11,900 is where I see our spring coming in if we were to see it, you know, right about here.
Yeah, we're definitely the
11,700.
catalyst for that.
Yeah, but that's if we hit a spring. But it'd just be retesting the previous structure, you know, breakouts of 2020 August automatic rally. You know, before we got a parabolic crown distribution on top, which was, you know, really the blow off top. We just set a higher high because of the year of Saturn, the Shemitah year. Um, so sell in May, walk away, reaccumulate May, September, return in September, National Preparedness Month, and then May, December. Now that you get December, May, September shine like gold come December when you're in a downtrend. So remember that. So
Mhm.
November is always known as the month of Bitcoin, but we tend to see microstructure highs and lows around the fourth quarter, November, December, January. So within that tri-monthly area. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's another thing I was
I do
looking.
think 12K is possible though. That's all I was gonna say.
I love it. Um, I was thinking about having that top just because as the market makers like to work in threes, um, and that would be confluence with your chart there, having that spring to the top, that would, give us a third top and then just drop it. I don't
Yeah,
know, there's just something about it, dude. I'm telling you. Sorry. I'm just like, I've been in this for 2 years and it's like the algorithms, I see them and they're gonna do something big.
yeah. I mean, we can break new all-time highs and just automatically do something we never seen before. If you know, if they want it to, if they hit the button like they call the proper Western Central Bank and say, hey, you know, I need you to print me more money, and then tax these
Yep.
workers, these people, you know. But you know, they can do anything to this market, I believe, or you know, can come out with some narrative that, you know, Bank of America and Apple and all these great conglomerates are just indulging in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I mean, you know, it wouldn't even surprise me. You know, probably timing around the same time they want to finally close the kangaroo ass show of an XRP lawsuit that's setting case law and clarity for these cryptocurrencies, and which they can drag that out for years. To be honest with you guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Somebody said it'd be
Oh, for
closed by
sure.
set by August the next year when it first come out. And I said,
No,
oh okay. I said, you don't know nothing about the SEC, and here we are
no,
3 years later, or some shit like that,
no,
you
for
know.
sure.
Um, so you know, it's just timing, and I don't think they're done putting the pieces into play here. These people move methodically. The only problem they have is divergence, glitches, pioneers, and wolves like us who know the playbook, so we cannot be played. We know this is another monetary change. We know that you're building a parallel economy beside the financial economy you have today, and you're using it to wash your dirty money into it now. And then when you're done with that, you're going to usher the people in there and, you know, then control them.
Yep.
So,
And I don't know how you got into crypto, but I mean, me talking about the algorithm, like I noticed, like even with family members, like they all get that algorithm volume of crypto at the peaks, at the highs. It's like
mm-hmm.
everybody, the economy is crashing, buy Bitcoin, where it's at, it's high, and people end up FOMO in, and then they get trapped because that's the time that where the algorithm will stop and then they'll just crash it. It's crazy.
Yeah,
The game.
I don't mean this in any bad way. The idiot indicator is what it's always been known as to me and people that I've spoken with, because like I've got a brother that I've always been waiting. Like if my twin brother, who like I've tried to explain this stuff to, and be like, hey, bro, I took less than 10K and turned it into six figures. Like, you can do the same. And he's like, oh, I'm just keep doing it. Anyway. And when he starts asking me about crypto, I'm going to start liquidating right then. Like,
Oh, for sure.
and, but I had a boss of mine, last year, I was outside working in the smokehouse one day, and he come up to me and he asked me because he knew, I talked to other people at work about crypto, and I teach the truth, and I'm in there trying to raise the frequency, raise the vibration every day, and I ain't even got to work. I can retire if I want to. I can trade in the markets all day if I had to. But like, anyway, he is asking me, what do you think about Shiba Inu? And I held some at the time, and it had been pumping euphorically. And this was a time period when everybody think it's going to $1, and it's literally only was pumping because it was literally 144 days since its sell off from its listing date on BitTrue and all these exchanges, right? So that magic 144 number, and it's in an uptrend, up hundreds and hundreds of percent. And he's like, so what do you think about it and all? And he was talking about buying it or holding it because he thinks he only got it because it was going to go to $1. And I was like, okay, well, let me pull up the charts real quick and show you. So I pulled out my phone real quick, hit the sell order on a lot of it. I held some real quick just in case it was going to continue to go higher, and then I pulled up the charts real quick and I started showing them the fibs and things, and I was like, yeah, if we hold this 1618, it's going to be pretty important. And well, we didn't hold the 1618, we fell right back through it, and it's been in a downtrend ever since. And the man probably still holds it, but it's because he was following what somebody else said instead of building a craft, a skill, a thesis, a mindset, and actually paying attention to what he's going to do with his hard-earned money. And I'm not saying that's what happened. Maybe he did sell it, maybe he did make money, but I'm just saying, like, from that conversation, I left out of there that you're still hoping for 30 more days and you're going to be rich.
No, for sure, for sure. I think Waters, Jordan mentioned that in one of his live. He's like, "What are you guys waiting for? Like,
Yeah,
are you guys
exactly.
like?" And that was my biggest thing. As soon as the second crash hit, I got in, like the second pump, and I realized, okay, this is all BS. I need to build a skill because I need to short the market, and I went all in and just gaining that knowledge. I was like, I am gonna be the best trader because this is all BS. I was like, I'm gonna get all my money back that the market makers took. But it was all about that. It was like, this is truly a game, and they're truly manipulating everyone. They make you believe that you're gonna become a millionaire. You're not. I mean, you are, but it's gonna take years of compounding, of you buying your assets, DCAing at the lows and selling at the tops, and but
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
takes education.
It's taken 4 years for me, and I still make mistakes every day. And I might mess up in a video and say talking about a bullish pattern, and I'm calling it bearish, or just completely just lose sight of what I'm talking
Oh
about
yeah.
and get tongue tied and I but I don't edit my videos. They one take uncut. You're gonna learn from my mistakes. I just did, and
That's funny. That's how I do it too. I don't edit. I was like, whatever. Sometimes
I
I'm
don't
like,
know how
it's
to edit. I
bullish
don't.
and it's
I don't even know
bearish.
how.
I got time for that either. I'd be lucky. I put something out. No, but no, I feel you. It's not an easy game, but yeah, people. That's why I'm happy that you made a Discord. So you have a YouTube?
Yes,
You have?
ma'am. D Vortex inspired me to create one. It's the Daily Candle Close News at
Hold
Daily
on, let
Candle
me.
Close News 9817, and it's the Pioneer Academy and University. Again, inspired by Waters, and all the other greats, Tommy Truthful, any and every decoder out there. But I've got a lot of my work uploaded onto it, over 100 videos now. Again, a
Oh
lot of
wow.
these right now are dating back to some of my very first ones ever. Mark of the Beast system about cryptocurrency decoded. My chips all in on market TA and psychology. A 2-hour hangout where I just pour my heart and soul into, you know, finance, cryptocurrency. This is my circle of life decoded. I've got the Avatar 2 decoded on my Rumble account and my Facebook. But you know, right now, this Don't Trip Pie the Dip was a just wop bamboo, this, that, and the third hour and 47-minute hangout. You know, I try and spend, a lot of them were short, but I try and spend sometimes an hour, 2, 3 hours on some of these videos, just pouring my heart and soul into them. But you can also find me on Rumble. Crypto Bird Dog Ronan's episode just uploaded, so I'm gonna post that in the general chat later. And then I got one more part 3 of last night's 3 video special that I did. My video, the hangout
You
with these guys, and then the event
Can you
section that I
send me
did
the
with
link,
you.
or can you post the link in the chat? Sorry, I can't find
Can I
it.
post a link in the chat?
Or like share a video. Yeah, copy it
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
just share
because
it
I've
right
already
here.
got a the other one, the first part 1. This is gonna be part 2. Right after we got done with event night last night, I went to his channel and hung out with them. Spoke a little bit. You know, next time, I'll tell you this: next time I'm asked to be the first one to speak, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm not passing up on that opportunity. But and then now that this is uploaded, I can, because it's taken all day. I'm gonna upload my 46-minute video of chaos around basically everything that, you know, I might have misspelled in error because I was nervous in front of 50,000 community follower here at the, you know, community.
For
And
sure.
you know, I mean, I'm just a shy guy, man. I never thought I'd be doing this at this stage in life, but anyways, here I am, changing the world one day at a time.
Send your YouTube.
Oh,
Send your YouTube.
yeah,
Also,
how do
yeah.
I do that? Anyway,
It's just just
just
send me a video
copy
or
the
send
handle right here at Daily Candle Close News
Yeah,
9817.
or you could send a video just like you did, like you're sharing a video and copy
Okay,
the link and just post it.
all right, we'll do
What's the
this.
next video?
The best video that I've got right now, uploaded up here. I don't know, man. We won't do that one. We won't do that one. It'll be something like this right here. You know, where I just ramble, and where I talk about you know, the private Western central banking system. You know, this, that, and the third. I made this video right here for a cop that I worked for at work. We had a great conversation one day, and you know, he works with us at a restaurant. You know, he has 3 jobs. He's a fireman, he's a cop, and he's a manager at the restaurant with me, a co-manager. So, you know, this video was dedicated to him. So I would suggest maybe watching this one.
Okay.
And you know, it gives you a taste of you know, kind of the energy. If you missed last night's hangout, it gives you a taste of who you're dealing with. And again, like I said, these are older videos about cryptocurrency. So a lot of my newer work is going to be on Rumble right here, where you can view all my content. Most recent, like the, you know, Tua Day Donning.
How are you liking the Rumble?
Well, it's conservative, and it's never banned me. It's never infringed on me until I shared the movie night Under the Silver Lake on here, and it hit me for 26 points. If I get 100 points throughout history, they'll ban my channel. So
Oh, that's a
I'm
great
Really?
movie.
yeah, I know, right? But that's the only video in what is it? 100 and I think it's 132 videos, an anagram for 321 123 that I've got on here that I've never had a problem with. So you know, this is the Avatar 2 Secret Hidden Messages in Avatar 2, the movie. Go watch it and then watch my video. I try and share, you know, a decode behind who we truly are, the Christ body, the Jake Natiri. We got to connect back to Awa, nature. So you know, I share things like that. Months and months of hard work paying off. This was a great one as well. But there was one that I made for a friend of mine who was going through a hard time, and it's another great one. That this one right here. When the odds are against you and your chips are all in on the table, I'll go ahead and share that one as well. This one I made for another coworker of mine. You know, all my videos are usually something to do with something I'm dealing with in life, or something I've dealt with in life, or someone around me. But you know, it's just motivation that I like to come and bring the spice. And you know, even if that's what my work is all about, is just helping others. But this was the FBS ritual as well. just decoded. But the motivation in this, even if that's all you listen to, like this one's pretty powerful for me. It helps somebody close to me, so that's all that matters. That's what my work's for, is to help others.
That's beautiful. That's
And
so
then,
cool. No, that's cool. I think everyone, we're all leaders here, and we forget that. We're
right,
all
right,
everyone in here, and it's like it's up to us to branch out and make our what is it like our kingdom, right? We have
correct.
to.
Build our
We're all
empire,
kings and
our
queens.
fortress,
Empire. There you go. And yeah, for sure. I
leave our
think this is a
legacy.
great community. Yeah, that's where I'm headed for sure. No, it's crazy. The crypto world, see what definitely spend feeling it's happening. It's gonna take it one day at a time, and can't wait for the charts to hit 100,000 K. You can't wait for BTC to hit their 12K. You gotta embrace it every day and learn from it, or like you decode something and build something, right? Build your empire.
Yeah, that's
This
what I say.
is
In a lot of them, I say in a lot of my videos, I say pioneers rise, build your fortress, build your legacy. And I usually end the video, or I try to. Not in every one, but recently and stuff. You know, got that from Coach JV, to be honest. Another great mentor of mine, somebody I've been following for years, because I've got an aunt in the banking system. He's a previous banker. So my grandfather, he retired from the IRS, so I've always had a background in finance, and I knew cream cash ruled everything around me for some freaking reason. Everybody loved it, and it's just a piece of paper that literally says Federal Reserve note. You never seen cash and money in your entire life. None of us, any of us. I don't care how old you are. We've never had it.
Isn't that the truth though? It's like the
Yeah,
only reason it's cash because we accept it, because we acknowledge it.
it's
But
because
what's
it
not
has a
to say
number
that
on a
cash could
paper, and
be,
you believe that number
yeah,
has that value because it's on
uh,
a Federal Reserve note with a president's name on it, a dead president. It
uh,
is.
after
Yeah.
I sell everything, when TC goes, I'm going to the woods. I decided.
Me
I'm
and you
with this
both.
woman.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. It was
Dude, we out.
Jesse Love
Gonna build a boat.
and them. It's like we just gotta buy land, bring small
Yeah.
like-minded individuals together as a community and tribe, and get back into and being indigenous. The way we've treated this inheritance of Earth, this terrarium today, using all this quote-unquote fallen angel technology. Again, it's not how we use it; it's how we get used by it. But we weren't meant to be living in houses with lights and air conditioning and eating food 3 times a day, like as a pleasure instead of necessity. It's like we gotta get back in touch with how we were,
Nature. Yeah, yeah.
nature, and how we were truly supposed to be living.
That's
We used
true.
to be breatharian, not even barely having to eat, barely having to use the bathroom. Why do you think the Aztecs, you could never find a bathroom in their houses? Because they didn't have to go. You know, like people don't.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that true?
Well, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If you survive
I
off
did not
air and
know.
you rarely ever have to eat and drink, you know what I'm saying? Um, because we lived in a less denser realm at the time, so dense right now, so small right now. We lived in a much larger realm like back then, um, but anyways, like just think about it. Like that's my conclusion of it is they didn't have outhouses and they didn't have bathrooms, and you couldn't find piles of feces dug in the ground because they were breatharian. And you can't find them nowadays because they probably are the only ones that figured out how to make it out the Matrix.
Isn't that the truth? It's
Well,
so
that or they were
funny,
just
but
cannibalized by one of the other tribes that were practicing cannibalism at the time. So, the Aztecs, the Mayans, I might have said that backwards. But either way, one of the two. You know what
so
I'm getting
can I
saying
ask
there.
you for a personal question in regards to your YouTube, the
Yeah,
daily close news? Are you
daily.
gonna do like daily news? Like,
Uh,
what's the?
man, that was just the name that I picked. Oh, I missed
No,
her
it's
call.
cool.
Yeah,
I
that's just the
I
name I
used
picked. I used to try to like I used to come out daily back when I first started, and like just do the nonsense, sharing the partnerships and the riddles and the whatever. My TA I was learning along the way, and well, I said I'm gonna do this every day, but I couldn't do it. So, but either way, I chose the Daily Candle Close News and the Pioneer Academy to be the online university and website that I wanted to create one day. So I didn't change. Oh wow, I got 43 likes. I didn't notice that. Anyway, um, but I never changed from it. And the Daily Candle Close News, I think, is one of the most important things to watch out for, whether it's a Monday, Tuesday, or whatever. Yeah, Fridays are more important. Sundays are very important. Monday opens. But the Daily Candle Close News was just something because if you view a market on the daily time frame and you zoom out because you're in doubt, you can, you can really see what's going on. You just got to zoom out so you can just go
For sure.
day by day and not get caught up in the hype and the FOMO and the FUD and the fear of missing out and the wind moon and the fear, the FUD, uncertainty and doubt, So I
Yeah.
decided the Daily Candle Close News would be something that I would go with to keep people in a day by day, take this one step at a time. You're not going to get rich overnight. There's no flip getting switched. I'm sorry, but the truth hurts. And
For sure.
so that's where that comes from.
No, it's cool. Just I took a business course, and just based on your name, I was like, it's great because a lot of people, no matter where we're at, you have to remember this is gonna be a flow of energy of new people coming in and out of cryptocurrency, and there's always the people that are looking for daily news. And so right off the bat, I was like, that's so cool if you provide like, I just it seems like the news. People go from like me, stop watching the news, right, to just looking at crypto. And sometimes when you have those daily updates or what's going on, or I thought that would be cool. But it just seems like that, like, okay, what are like breaking news, I guess,
Yeah, and like I said,
from
when I
others.
first started, it was during the C-19 nonsense, the bear flu, and I was retired basically because I didn't know what was going on. I knew it was nonsense, but I needed to be at home. My son, being an only parent, and he was 9 at the time, and you know, then I could afford to, do it every day, and now I know that one day hopefully I can get back to doing it every day or have a community of high vibrational pioneers or werewolves, divergents and glitches like yourself that can come in and help me, continue to give daily, you know, candle close newses, the events of the day, or have their own section in the Discord that I'm creating, because maybe they're an options trader or they're into real estate or they just create art and necklaces or whatever. I just want my community to be for someone that's creative, really ready to put their videos or their artwork out there, and it ain't even got to be about crypto. Maybe they're just here for the motivations that I talk about, or the just to laugh at me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But that's I do want to get into to eventually when I get out of the just over broke and get back into living my joy over boredom lifestyle. Because again, I went back to the workforce because I decided, well, I've got enough, you know, if I keep doing this, I can have enough for me, but will I have enough for we? I'm trying to make plans for two, and what if I need to make plans for three? You know what I'm saying? And so I decided I'm gonna go back to the workforce so that my son don't have to live the life that I did, and I'll escrow and invest this money, and I'll put it up for a college fund if that's what he wants to do one day, or create a business. And so like I've stated before famously, I've been broke, I've been rich. It ain't never changed me. I can go out and work hard. Like, job security is the greatest asset right now that we're about to see in the world. And if you think that's a game, well, go around fucking lose your job in the next couple of weeks and find out how hard it is to get another one right now in this economy.
No, it's bad. I live in the Bay Area. Everyone's losing their jobs over here, and we're talking about wealthy people losing their jobs. Like
Right.
everyone's freaking out over
Yeah.
here because of Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
AI is taking over. It's done.
Yeah.
Like it is
It
literally done. The Bay Area, what it was from the .com era, it is completely done, and it's gonna be devastating. A lot of my, kids, parents, they're all losing their jobs. And
yeah.
I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. That's why you learn a skill, guys. I saw this coming. I was like, I won't lose my job, but you never know. I was about to because I didn't get vaccinated. But
Yeah. I didn't either,
that's
but
what made me.
I
That's what
mean,
made me. You have to learn a skill. You have to prepare yourself because what's coming is it's pretty bad for sure.
yeah, I just try and stock up on canned goods and non-perishables and you know, things like that with all my food stamps, and I try and invest in my crypto so I can make life-changing wealth, not, but just
Yeah.
so I can make some kind of money along this journey of where we're going, so that I can use that to, get whatever else I need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this to go get no Lambo or, whatever. I'm just hoping that I can
Like,
provide security and safety like you're thinking about for what we're about to head into, especially in some of
yeah.
these areas like you're talking about you live, especially these blue states, because I see a time period coming where if you're not out of it, when this shit hits the fan in America, you'll never get out of that blue area again, and you'll never get to one of those freedoms, quote unquote, fractions, red states. And I hate to say it like that, being political, but it's just how we're headed. Um, they're going to
Oh,
do
for
something
sure.
in some of these states, and more than likely it's going to be these ones that have been ran a certain way they have. Cali, Detroit,
Yeah.
New Jersey.
It's their way
So
or no
yeah,
way. And
yeah,
that's how
yeah,
it
New
is. And
York,
that's
yeah,
why, you know,
yeah,
right now that you said, spending this time in the charts, it might seem a lot for many, but for me, it's all about building that value within yourself, learning that skill. So I wouldn't be where I'm at. I'm not making huge amounts of money yet. I know I will, but it took me 2 years of sleepless nights, 2 years of committing because I knew shit was gonna hit the fan. And I was like, if I don't learn the skill now, then when am I? I'm gonna get caught up and I'm gonna have to be stuck here. I don't want to be stuck in this matrix. Hell no. I'm out.
right,
Out. And it's all about putting that value within yourself and building that within yourself. And, this time that we're spending here, it's like, okay, it's all for you, for you. Every day I learn something new here, teaching
yeah,
each other and showing up for each other. And it's like, it's amazing. It's the only way. It's like you said, it ain't gonna happen overnight. It ain't gonna happen in 30, 40 days, in a year. It's gonna happen maybe 2016 or something, 2026, I think. I
uh,
had a date.
yeah. I mean, I'm
Did you
looking. I'm
see?
looking more towards that March time period of 2024 as we get ready to head into that eclipse. That's going to be around our next halving. Bitcoin halving. I could be slaughtering the year. I don't think it's 25. I'm pretty sure it's 24. March 24.
I want you to
2024.
check this out. I'm gonna share it in the chat room. I thought it was really cool. Someone here in the community shared it, and then I went ahead and translated it to my charts, and it gave me a cool little decode. Let me see. It's funny because I'm not I say I'm not a decoder, but I'm pretty sloppy.
Yeah, I don't know how
Okay.
I do the work I do, but like it's just like sometimes I'll wake up or I'll be at work or and thinking of something that I've never even thought about in my life, or in the middle of the shower, riding down the road with my son, and I'll just stop and pull over any or whatever I'm doing, and I'll write it down, the word or the thought, and I'll go and decode it, and like I get matching numerology to the day or the exact piece of work that I'm working on at the time for my artwork, and it's like I'm tapping into the Akashic records, bro. Source code, like it's downloading through my DNA, and that's why I'm getting these ideas and thoughts So I never thought I'd even be a decoder. Like, I was Ada Wan's birth card. I know that. So I'm very, very prophetic. I was out here 9 months in advance calling the Queen's death, running around my work and in videos online screaming, London, London, bridges falling down, my fair lady. And everybody looking at me like I'm a fool until September 8th. And then I walk into work and everybody's like, they don't even want to look at me. You know, they're like, oh, you was just right because it's old age. And I'm like, you're a fucking fool. But, you know, I'll behave. I don't see that link you were talking about sharing, though, yet. Awakened Soul in the chat.
It's going. Let me see. I had
Oh,
to
okay,
download
okay.
it, and then I had to
That's
save
fine.
it, and
Yeah, take your time.
let's
If
see.
not, oh yeah, there it
Check that
goes.
image out.
There it goes.
See what you think about it. I think it's wild. I think it's really cool. And then I translated it to the charts. See if you can
Oh,
open it.
I saw this the other day. I don't know if y'all can
Yeah.
y'all see that? Y'all can't see it, can you? Because I'm recording, so you'll be able to see if you rewatch the recording, and you go to the, I'll just save you the time, the 2 hour and 49 minute mark. If you can't see what I've got on the screen, it's a chart that she shared with us, and it's periods when to make money. And it talks about years in which panics have occurred and will occur again. And you know, it's kind of got this triangle up and down pattern, that's kind of showing very similar synchronicity to the sine waves or the yin yang, that up and down wave, like a ocean wave. But again, it's in triangles, and it's talking from 1927, the roaring 20s, all the way to 1945, the 1965 parallel economy where they started building the petrodollar that led into the 1971 Nixon shock. Okay, and then it goes on to
And
19.
the chart I just sent you.
Huh?
The chart I just sent you. I correlated the first chart that I sent you with the stock market,
You
and
did.
I try to do a comparison. Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting how the time right now to buy, as it states. I went back in history and took the recessions, and it marked like the bottom to buy. So I was thinking, we are headed into a recession. Like,
Ye-
it was just like a code of like, wow, maybe we are.
It is, and it's amazing when y'all look at this chart, because just like she's talking about, the top years that I was talking about are years when major panics and events have occurred that led to a downtrend, like she's talking about. And the last one was 2019, which was the end of 2019, December, when C-19 broke out at the military games and in Wuhan, China, and out of the lab there. Even though they said that was conspiracy, even though now they say it's not. But the bottom from 219 down on this chart shows you 2023 being the bottom. And there are two numbers that cycle back and forth between every bottom period. It is 7, 11, and 9. 7, 11, and 9. Every low year. 7, 11, 11, 17, Bitcoin. Or 9, 11, 11, 9. So it's very crazy, this chart. You get a lot of true gems in this. So she shared it. Hopefully you were able to click on the attachment maybe and view it with us while we were talking about it. But you said you decoded that. Is that in a video, or is that in like a tab in the TA section?
No, go to the chart. I mean, to the chat. I sent you the chart on the chat section too.
Oh, you sent me the chart. You did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I sent
okay.
you the chart right now
there it
to
is.
everyone. Yeah.
Yes.
So check it out. So I went back in history and I took the recession eras, and it corresponded to the by the bottom years marked in the chart. And that's why I was like, we are in a recession. We are headed into a recession.
Yeah.
This is 2023.
Yeah,
It
most
was like a
most
kind
definitely.
of decode of it.
Yeah, I messed up last night in performing on the Wednesday night um, 223 322 special that I was doing, because I was talking about the next great recession that's coming, and I typed out the next, but I think it's next great recession, giving us that. I still spelled it wrong. Either way, I thought it gave us 223. I just have to really look at my notes. I don't have them right in front of me right now, but I did mess that up, and I was like, I know this gives us. Okay, it's not the next. It is going to be the second Great Recession, 322. So I think it could possibly happen this year again, 76, tying us back into the start of the Shemitah last year in Rosh Hashanah, the end of the Shemitah, and the start of the Jubilee that followed it. But that day added up to 76. Skull and Bones equals 76. So I'm seeing this 322, 223 year. They're not telling us we're in a recession, even though the GDP and everything shows multiple consecutive, lows, confirming by definition we are in a concession. So it's like, what are you talking about? But anyways, so with that being said, I think it's eventually going to come at the end of the year, towards the end of the year eclipses. Again, we keep seeing in all these scripted ways the Biden saying a dark winter, and then you got the Game of Thrones and all these other people talking about winter is coming. I think it's I think that's what they're talking about, the recession that's going to come near the end of the year. But what year? I think it's going to be the 223 year.
Yeah, this is the year.
Yeah, I've never typed that out, to be honest, but I wonder what winter is coming gives us. 83, death, 79, the 22nd prime number, but that's the element of gold. But this 50 right here, winter is coming, we're in the 50-year jubilee. It's just crazy. But 83, death equals 83. So winter could, like we're talking about, I put a S, crazy, but death giving us that 83-38 connection, as above so below. Okay, so not surprising. Murder, could we see the markets get murdered? 83-38 79, tying us all into winter is coming. And what we were just talking about, second Great Recession giving us 79 as well. So that was just kind of on the fly. Crazy how I found that. But that's when I see the second Great Recession.
You should make a video on that. That would be crazy.
No, I redid it last night, and I talked about it for 46 minutes.
You posted it?
Not yet. That's the only one. Not on YouTube yet. I'm still uploading all my. I've got over 300 videos since 2020, so I'm still uploading all my older ones, trying to go in order. So eventually, I'll get the ones that I'm recently doing on there. But it's about to be on Rumble tonight. Now that I've got two of the ones I did last night. Two of them on there, part 1 and part 2. Crypto Bird Dog Ronin and crew was part 2, and of course the Waters Community event night that I did last night as the presentation of 322 Skull and Bones. That's on there. We did it for 2 hours and 23 minutes and 59 seconds. Okay, so 2 hours and 23 minutes and on 322 in the 223 year, because we're going to use this number to manifest our greatness. Okay, so remember that it's all about using the numbers to your benefit. All right, creating your own vision in detail. Again, COVID, COVID stands for creating our vision in detail. See, they thought they could bury us, but they forgot we were seeds. Remember that. Okay, so part 3 will be uploaded tonight. I don't know how long it'll take. It's only 46 minutes. These both were 2 hours long, so it's taken all day to get these 2 uploaded on Rumble alone and Facebook. So they're all 3 uploaded on Facebook under the Daily Candle Close News, part 1, 2, and part 3. So you can go ahead and view them there at the Daily Candle Close News, but they'll be on Rumble tonight and eventually on YouTube later.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were recording this.
Oh yeah, yeah, I am. I'm sorry if that
I
offends
apologize.
anybody,
No, no,
but
no.
no,
I'm sorry if I interrupted so
no,
many
no, no, no. You
times.
straight. You straight. This is the Thursday night hangout. You know, I just post it and record it for all of us in case any pioneers didn't get to make it. I felt like it's what I could do. And you know, not everybody has the same schedule as us. Not everybody wakes up at the same time every day. You know what I'm saying? Or in life, or at all. But but yeah, I just record them. As you know, part of my research, documenting a breadcrumb into this life for my son, in case something happens to me one day. Like, that's really all it is. 5784 in Hebrew for winter being in Gregorian year. Race Ace 24. 5783 is the year we're in now, so you're talking about the 2024 year being for winter being in the Gregorian year. I'm a little confused about what you're saying there. Maybe you can clarify that. Uh, I know you're talking about next year. So for the recession, yeah, leading into 2024. You think it's gonna happen this winter? Yeah. Okay. So you kind of agree with what I was saying? Yeah. I mean, it just makes a lot of sense to me. Leading into 2024, the year that we're going to see the next great eclipse and the X crossing America shortly after last year's Pluto return. Today is the day that Pluto transitions into Aquarius, you guys. And did you know that the last time, when I find this in a second, that the last time Pluto transitioned into Aquarius was in 2008, when we had our housing market collapse. And it wasn't into Aquarius, it was when Pluto transitioned into Capricorn. So it hasn't transitioned out of another sign until now, today, on 323. And I had that pulled up somewhere, but I might just have to re-pull it up. But I'll show you what that symbolizes. Alright, so again, hasn't happened since 14 years ago, 2008, the housing market collapsed. And today is the day it transitions from Capricorn through Pisces and into Aquarius, correct? From my knowledge with astrology. I could be wrong. Criticism helps. Say what you mean, don't say it mean. But it's been 14 years since 2008. Bitcoin is 14 years old, tying us into Osiris, the ancient Egyptian sun god of life, death, vegetation, fertility, and rebirth. Okay? But he was chopped up into 14 pieces. Time 14, God 14. Okay, so very important. Just getting some major connections right here. But Pluto's representing Hades. Okay, so we're only gonna have to wait and see what this means. So this is gonna obviously be a multiple year time period, I guess, before Pluto transitions into another zodiac. So, you know, don't really know much about that. Still learning my astrology. I just know it's important, and I use it in my work. So very important, I think. Oh, it's 2 a.m. in Ireland. Good lord. It's 10 p.m. here, and I've been up since 1:30 a.m. Wednesday morning. And so in 3.5 hours, it'll be the 48-hour mark. Yeah, and we got movie night tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm off tomorrow. Gonna hang out with the son all day, play some Fortnite and some Call of Duty with him. Do some work on my next video. But yeah. So glad to see you're viewing from Ireland, Lee Vision. Nice to see we've reached all across the globe here tonight. Oh, Maddie M, cheers. Thank you for recording. Just finished. Okay, the Archaics podcast. That was a good one. I like that. Plus the podcast with Decode Your Reality. Another great one. they also make great points like this, but I love hearing it from different perspective in person. Thank you, Maddie M. I appreciate that, man. You're obviously just catching us and joining us here tonight, so you can catch the recording when I finally do get it uploaded on Rumble. After I get my video uploaded on Rumble, and I'll share a link in the video tonight, or in the general chat, maybe the TA section as well, and yeah, you'll be able to view the whole thing. Good thing about Rumble is you can put on 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, 2x speed and jam all the way through a 2-hour video in an hour. You just got to pay close attention, especially when Gnomes is talking, or other people. It's hard to hear some people. Not shooting, no shit at anybody. I have to slow it down when Gnomes speaks sometimes, because usually I go through all my stuff 2x speed. That's just me. Now I'm rambling. Alright, how long have we been on, you guys? Wow, 3 hours and 4 minutes. So, let's shoot for pi, you guys. 3 hours and 14 minutes on Thursday, Thors-Day. And go over the last 10 minutes. I guess, y'all don't have to leave, but, I'll probably end my recording and go check on my son and cat, make sure they're good. And get ready to call it a day for someone who's been up almost 48 hours.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Awakened Soul, thank you. I appreciate you being here. But if y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, like I'm, still free for, another 10 minutes. Try and make it a 3 hour and 14 minute a pie video special. Yeah.
Hey, I can always talk about the charts.
Always talk about the charts. I heard that.
You always. So other than BTC, have you in XRP? Is there another like strong coin or altcoin that you have found powerful like patterns or correlations to a decode that you think it's out there for us to watch?
Yeah, I guess the greatest example for me would be Solana. Oh, that's not the right chart. But it was something I was very invested in, was Solana, because of Sol, Ra, Helios. And so I started buying it back in, I'll hide the moon patterns real quick so it makes it a little bit easier to see. And boom, there we go. So we see Solana had its, euphoric rally all the way up to, a grand total of, when I started to buy in, and I'll have to find the ruler. Where'd I get in? January 2021? No. Yeah, around Thanksgiving of 2020. So we were roughly I don't remember what we were at, but I know we were low in the dollar ranges. Yeah, I think it was around $5, to be quite frank. Close to around November, December of January 2021. Yeah. So around January, when we were around that $5, $3 range. So when we finally got up to around $5, I started initiating my buys in the market, in Solana. And I did some numerology around Sun, Sol, Satoshi Nakamoto at the time, and was seeing again some connections to Bitcoin being the sun, but also Sol being another term for the sun in Greek. Okay, so I started buying from 5 all the way up until around $20 for Solana in the 2020 year. Okay, that's how I was viewing it. I was like, okay, $20, that's too high for me for one coin, especially when I was getting it for 4 for that. So I decided to hold. I was dollar cost averaging in. I put a large amount in right here, and then I just started studying the charts and just watching it scriptively just blast and take off on certain time periods around April 18th, shortly after the tax deadline, okay, things like that. And I was just paying attention to this sharp rejection all the way back down to the 322, 223 moving averages. After we got to this 0.1 fib, that's what I was calling it at the time, and I just pulled from there all the way down over time. And then as I did that, I saw, great buying opportunities come in around June, July lows. So right after sell in May, walk away. So that's why we were getting this downtrend, and I knew that. So I kept, accumulating, de-risking, and it just all happened to be going on this 322, 223 exponential moving average. So I was really using skull and bones, 223, 322 to make these moves. And then I just saw it blast to the golden pocket, the 1618, the golden ratio of phi, right there at around $81, $82. So again, that's using the decode, tying us into 81 being sun, the mirror of 18 we get in sun, okay, or the sun god being Ra, soul, okay, being 82.28, we hit $82, okay. And I thought, wow, that'd be a great range to start taking, just a small initial profit, because I haven't yet at all, and I did not really much. And my higher targets are obviously higher because I was looking at Satoshi Nakamoto and how pumping this coin was. But Sol also gave us, oh, it didn't, I thought it gave us that 18, it gave us 46, never mind. But anyway, in 17. But anyway, back to the charts real quick. Solana, after we came back and didn't fall, this was around August, obviously, 2021, right after the Shemitah, and then Solana just ripped to the upside. Just like everything else, Bitcoin hit its 69k top around this time period, but Solana did it earlier in September. So this is August automatic rally leading into September, National Preparedness Month, and we hit the 0.5 fib. So we already knew that at $181, Satoshi Nakamoto equals 181, the 42nd prime number, tying us into Saturn, that we were going to de-risk at that range, and we did. Limit order was hit right before the 4.236, because you don't always get there. Sometimes you get stopped out between the 3.618, the 4.6. Sometimes you go higher, like we did, and we got our last sell order at 224. Satoshi Nakamoto equals 224. So right there at that 223, 224 range. So using the code, that's how I was able to use just another coin besides Bitcoin or XRP or Ethereum, Solana, to prepare my pioneers to de-risk. This wasn't in videos at the time. This was more on like Facebook posts and timeline posts in a private messenger group chat, because I'd kind of been banned at the time for something I said on Facebook. So I'd created a messenger post, group chat, and I was sharing things like that in here. And when I could get back on Facebook, I reshared it and things like that. So yeah, this is just one example. Awakened Soul, just Solana, and I'm now using it to reaccumulate in previous ranges of watching it fall from 39. The mirror of 93 wasn't surprising, okay. That was one initial 0.5 fib accumulation range, so it wasn't the best, and we realized that. So we were able to de-risk in this range right before we had this August September sell-off in the markets that we saw in 2022, leading into obviously these were the past two, lunar eclipse, Terra Luna, and the FTX sell-offs. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, bringing us down to 22 in the 2022 year, basically, is how I was seeing that. So we were viewing that as an accumulation range after selling at 181, 224 when we bought at $5 and $20. So basically reaccumulating at our initial buy-in. And 18 because sun equals 18, or 19 because 19 is the sun in the tarot deck. It is the 19th card. And then we hit 15 because it was the year of the tiger. Tiger equals 15. And then this 9 because sun equals 9. We haven't hit that yet, but that's our last accumulation range and limit order that could be hit, possibly. So just using the code based around a crypto and numerology, gematria, facts, figures, numbers, logic, math, astrotheological teachings from an astro-prehistoric world, facts, figures, number, logic, and common sense, like I said. So that's just the example I have for you right now, off my head.
Yeah, I think Solana's gonna be great just for NFTs. Just it's gonna be a great community later on. It's a great accumulation phase, and that's the thing with BTC. That's why I don't see it being at its low, because throughout history, you see that there's accumulation phases at their lows, and we haven't seen that really with BTC. We've just have literally 1 year of coming down.
Right, yeah. And I
We
mean,
call scoring phase, phase as the psychology of the market structure shows us.
yeah, and we're 370 days now. The 3 sevens, 3 times 7 is 21, tying us into Saturn again right there, or the 3 sevens in the jackpot. But right now we're like literally 300, right over a year in Solana alone. So like this might be the spring, you guys. Like, not financial advice, but I mean, if we're gonna use this as a, I don't know, a large ABC, then this could be the automatic rally, dead cat bounce, and a low with eventually a spring, and then we restart the cycle. Because again, it hit its top first before Bitcoin. It hit its top around the same time as Bitcoin, but it continued up in September a lot harsher than Bitcoin did. It and Terra Luna, they were just taking off at the same time. But yeah. Well, we just surpassed the 3 hour and 15 minute mark. We definitely made it a pie day, you guys. Anyone else got anything to say tonight? Appreciate all the support, you guys. Double click on the screen, double click on your trading view screen to view everything again. Oh, okay, appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, Matty M. No, I went over that earlier with Awakened Soul. I don't really do a lot of day trading, scalp trading, or nothing like that. Sometimes I'll see a great play, small 0, 1, 2x leverage trade something. But I'm a dollar cost average, accumulate, but not hodl till I die mindset. I'm just leaving it for my kids. I got a small trading bag that I'm able to help pay bills, build a better position, things like that. But yeah. I know what it's going to be a few years down the road when my son can really use it, and in case I may be gone, What exchange do you guys prefer? No financial advice. Bitrue is one of my favorite ones. Qcoin. I've never had no experiences with that one that were bad. I don't really mess around with Binance very much. I'm not saying it's bad. Coinbase, sometimes just it's easy to send my USDC to it, transfer it to USD, and then cash it out into my bank account, etc. Things like that. But Bitrue is my number one exchange. Never had any problems. Don't really care for Uphold anymore. Had a buddy of mine, I never had any problems, but I had a buddy of mine who knew somebody that lost their funds off of it. She just logged in one day and they were gone, and there's nothing she could do about it. Nothing they would do to help her. So I decided I didn't want to work for somebody like that. I don't want to buy from Starbucks if you aren't going to send allow our soldiers overseas to buy it. It just kind of don't make no sense to send you some money. Things like that. But yeah, Bitrue. That's the one I use in my Discord. If you get access to it, I kind of have a little tab where I have some suggestions and things like that, like solely for that, as a matter of fact. So Lee Vision, I might send you an invite if I figure that out later tonight or tomorrow. You can check that out. It'll give you all the details you need to know. Hey, I appreciate that, Maddie M. Great mindset. Yeah, it took a long time to get this mindset. I used to be a slime ball. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. It took a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get here. It took a whole lot of grinding. Some, they might say it took forever, but I'd say it's perfect timing. And this year's my year. You can go ahead and tell everybody it's great to go ahead and say Coach Aid here at the Daily Kennel Closed News. No offense to anybody else, but he gonna take the GOAT for this year, and I would say go ahead and try again next year, but next year it'll probably be my best year. So, that's the mentality I think we need to have as pioneers, divergence, glitches, and we're gonna eradicate the darkness we see in the world. We're gonna be the light and the change. So, if we keep that mindset,
We're gonna kill it this year.
Oh yeah, all of us together collectively. I'm definitely not being egocentric or, some people, they might listen to my videos and think, oh well, he's a narcissist or self-centered or whatever. No, I just speak stern and affirmative, and I give the gut check, the red pill gut check, like Jordan does. So it is what it is. Some people need that tough love. It's what helped me. So.
For sure, I always say only the true ones will last through this year. The end of the year, only the true ones will be standing here in the end.
Yeah. The future
It's gonna be crazy.
Future was not meant for everybody, you guys. And it's sad, we got loved ones and people we care about that we might lose along the way. But we're they can never be replaced. But we'll gain a shoulder to cry on when we have a community of each other, like we do tonight, coming together. Leave Vision, I know the decode link isn't working. It's not the right one. Thank you, mate. I'm gonna get that figured out. I'm gonna add your name to Awakened Soul and
Yes.
everyone else that wanted to so far get added into my Discord. Again, it's just something I haven't been putting together in quite some time, but something that I do plan on being very active in the future. It's just I don't believe in rushing success. If I want a nice piece of triple tail fish that's lightly bronzed and oven cooked on top of a nice creamy Parmesan risotto, topped with a little tomato Creole cream sauce and a little bit of parsley. I'm not gonna rush it, you know what I'm saying? So in case you didn't know, I've kind of worked in the hospitality and chef industry my whole life. So I'm not a chef by trade, but I'd like to consider myself a sous chef in heart. So oh, thank you. I'm glad to inspire you, Maddie M. That's what I'm here for. My work's here for everybody else, simply to again let them know that if I can do it, you can do it too, and probably do it a lot better. Not selling myself short, but knowing who I am and knowing where I come from, and knowing how beautiful and amazing some of you are. I know there's no competition. I know once you learn what it is in life you want to do, you're gonna blow me out of the water in doing whatever it is you do. And maybe I'm gonna blow you out of the water and continue in my crafting skill. Who knows? Or maybe we can just come together, blow everybody else out the water. Who knows? But that's just how I feel. You're gonna find what you need to do that inspires you to be you, and that's what I think I've done. Is stepped out of my shell. Or the Finding Nemo movie, like Waters is the big tortoise turtle in the jet stream, and I'm the little guy. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm Eeyore. You know, he always says he's Patrick Star. I've always thought I'm Eeyore. um, still in the wake.
From Dorothy.
Yeah. Yeah, from Winnie the Pooh.
Forget everything.
Yeah, I was talking about
Funny.
Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, though. Yeah. I'm still sleeping. I'm too tired. But yeah, I'm just lazy. No, I'm coming out though. I'm coming out my shell. Yeah, come together and conquer. Just not like Genghis Khan. We can do it without the pillaging and raping. I'll behave.
It's especially for us. I feel like a lot of us have always been that black sheep of the family, right? And we've
Oh, I
always
have.
like I've
Yeah.
always hidden myself because I felt so different. Now it's like when you find yourself and you love yourself and you're like, you know what? This is my reality. I could be whoever I want to be. And you start to realize that we're all in our own worlds, living our own books, and we're all in different chapters in our books. And once you realize that, it's like game on, right? It's like, this is my book, this is my chapter, and this is how I'm gonna write it.
Yeah, that. I mean, I speak about that in a lot of my work. You know, become the architect, the alchemist, the director of your own movie. You know, sculpt your own reality. You know, again, Genesis 1:26-27. Not to get religious, but I mean, it's telling us a hidden truth. You got billionaires in rap songs telling you you were made in the image of the Creator, God. That's a selfie. Hello. You know, you were made in the creation of our Creator. You're a co-creator, and if you can't create your own reality, well, then you're gonna allow somebody to create it for you. So you know, you gotta move from being the chess player with your 46 chromosomes, the mirror of the 64 chessboard pieces, the black and white, and you gotta become the chess master. You know, don't become the pawn, the knight, the queen, the king, the player. No, be the chess master, the game maker of the chessboard. You know, every game has a game maker, and that's the architect, the divergent, the glitch, the alchemist, the pioneer, and wolf. You know.
This is the way.
Oh, I stubbed my crypto. Says nice flowing conversation between Abraham and Awakened Soul. Of course, gonna add a heart, gonna add a prowling wolf to that, cause we love you. Thank you. Can't believe I missed that. Hope I didn't miss anybody else's comments or anything. Sorry. You know, I'm new to this. I can't imagine what Water's 500 people comments be like. Yeah, I'm not ready for that. I definitely have to have some mods.
Well, you have us, right? This is the
Yeah.
community, and we're gonna fix it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you guys, we're gonna see how long we've been on here. Probably getting close to 3 hours and 30 minutes. 3 hours and 26 minutes. So, roughly 3 minutes. We'll go ahead and kick off. Say our closing thoughts. We got movie night tomorrow night. Don't know. I think it's 23. So get ready to decode that. I don't know if I'm going to be hosting that or Clementine or someone, but if they ask me to, we'll jump over here in the event section. We'll have to mute our mics, or else I'm going to mute them for you during the movie. And we're going to watch whatever, hang out, and do this all over again. May the force be with you all. Love you all. See you in the TA room, Awakened Soul. Can't wait for your next video. Y'all give her a follow on YouTube. Awakened Soul of Crypto. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Leave Vision, you're welcome. Thank y'all. Mola, thank you. Thank you. I'll get you all added to you three, Awakened Soul, Lee Vision, Mula. I'll get you all added to my Discord as soon as possible. And again, anybody else that wants that, you know, again, not trying to shill my Discord on any other Discord channel. Just trying to come together, continue to do this, and yeah, I'll work on getting that done. I'll try and be more active in my own Discord, and work on getting more information in there, more of my work in there, etc. So, you know. But thank y'all. Reaching the 3 hour and 30 minute mark. Gonna try and end this at 3:33 or 3:30, the 33. So that's exactly 1 minute away. So 60 seconds and counting. T-minus 60 seconds. So, you know, definitely gonna end this always with some kind of inspirational, motivational words, and that's just, you know, what's your excuse gonna be today? And you know, why are you gonna wait to be great? You know, the greatness is within, and we all have the power to go within, to become our higher self, to achieve abundance, gratitude, love, and prosperity, instead of vibrating in that lower chakra, in that hell, that root base. So, you know, we got to rise above, you guys, and become the ascended master of the Christ within, you know, so we can become the alchemist, the architect that we've been talking about tonight, the Christ body, Neo, Jake, Natiri, and Trinity, you guys, to become the one. We got to unlock that Christos, that Christ within, and rise above all the negativity, all the hatred, all the war in the world. So remember that. So, you guys, that pretty much just hit 1 minute. Take care. God bless. Pioneers rise. Build your fortress. Build your legacy. We'll see you wolves tomorrow night and Friday night movie night. Take care and God bless.